It's time for some prediction talks. Ow! Stimulating conversation with Virtuoso about what is so obviously a Chinese asset that is set to have their student visa revoked for inciting unrest in U.S. college campuses around wherever. It's very obvious what happened there. I'll wait for Virtuoso to join. I ain't going to say it's a big fight because it's really not big. The people on the ground telling me, the people at MGM, not just the stuff I read from Rick Glacier, there are people that are actually there, that it's kind of abysmal, it's kind of abysmal. Uh, it's a good fight, I think it's a good fight. Honestly, I do. I think it's a good fight, but it's just grossly overpriced, especially for the landscape that we're in. Because if you're seeing that piracy is at an all-time high, if you're seeing that there's more and more piracy and less people are actually purchasing these pay-per-views, your response is to do more of them. All right. At a time where the competitor is undercutting you by more than half. The competition is selling their pay-per-views at what, $25 a pop? You're selling yours at 80, and you have to justify why that is. And if you can't, you know what happens? People don't buy it. No, I don't anticipate that tomorrow's pay-per-view is going to do all that well at the box office. I don't. But that's not really news. I say that all the time. Fights like Benavidez versus Plant or Benavidez versus Andrade would be ideally placed on a regular schedule in order to bolster subscriptions, draw regular eyes to a platform and keep them coming back, build up the fighter in front of a large enough audience that when you finally do put him on pay-per-view, he will have a grassroots following. But what we see with that particular outfit and what they like to do with their fighters is try to bleed us dry, basically. They try to force feed us these shows and tell us that, yeah, you should pay $80 to see this. But why? If I'm getting a better fight with two better fighters, and they are, Better Beef and Bivol are the number 1 and number 2 at light heavyweight, not Benavidez and Morell. You guys weren't even number 1 and number 2 at super middle. You're not number 1 and number 2 now at light heavyweight. Number 1 and number 2 is Artur and Dimitri. And I don't gotta pay $80 to see them run it back. I don't gotta pay $80 to see Dubois versus Parker, Buatsi versus Smith. That Zhang versus Caballel. It's a better card up and down all around. It's a better card. And you just got people acting stupid like they don't understand that. Brody, the reason you doing that and you giving a game away, I hope you never play poker, because all you're telling me by pretending that the PBC show is better than the Turkey show, all you're telling me is you're not paying for either of them. You're not paying for either of them. You're not going to buy that fight tomorrow. That's why you're saying that. If you had to fork over your money, you'd feel different. Yeah, man. I see Benavidez has his abs back, so I know Memo cooked him up a smoothie. Couple of months ago, that dude was walking around 2 and change. I could tell. That dude was walking around 2 and change. 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Now he got abs. He's lean. Eyes is sunken in. Cheekbones is poking out. I know Memo gave him one of them fucking fruit smoothies, man. Shout out to Drew. Getting Parker versus Dubois as a co-main. For real.
What's goody, Jules?
Yo, you get to the party too fast, bro.
How?
Get to the party. You're like the guy that gets to the party at 8 p.m. Get here too fast. The fuck was I gonna say?
You're asking me?
No, fucking. Yeah, I got David Benavidez tomorrow. I think the experience plays a factor. I think it's a big factor. I understand why some people are going with Morell, though. I get it. There's a chance because Morell is actually bigger than David. If you looked at them side by side at the weigh-in, David Morell is literally a bigger guy than David Benavidez.
Yeah, you could tell.
But
he definitely is.
But I can't trust a guy who only has 11 fights. I can't. Like, yeah, I would like to be wrong tomorrow. I would love for David Morell to prove me wrong. Go ahead. But I can't trust that dude. I can't. Not 11 fights, and you never faced a current or former world champion. For God's sake, he never even fought an Anthony Durrell.
Well, it's definitely a litmus test, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But Jules, like you were saying earlier, man, you can't justify this shit, man, for $80. There's no way.
No one can. No one can. No. And nobody who pays for boxing, or the majority of people who pay for boxing, that's how they give it away, you see. They like to think that I say this on some biased or bigoted shit. No, it's simple arithmetic. It's basic arithmetic. If piracy is at an all-time high in America, that means the average boxing fan you come across in this online environment is likely stealing. That's what that means. That's how I know off top, in all likelihood, you don't buy these fights. You add to that sentiment when you try to convince me that the PBC show is on par with the Turkey show. No, it isn't. Only someone who doesn't pay for a fucking thing would say that. To you, it's all the same because you don't pay for any of it. But when you actually pay for it, you're going to look and say, okay, yeah, this card's better than that one because you're actually paying for it, you know? But when it's all free, it all looks the same to you. I know that's Drew. I know that's Drew because he's in a fucking wind tunnel with a shitty mic.
Shut up.
And yeah, because I saw a guy, somebody tagged me earlier to a discussion, and I don't waste time on these people. Like, I don't. Like, bro, if you sitting around online all day arguing about shit you ain't even paying for, I don't have time for somebody like you. You're a waste of my time. You're a waste of space. I don't care what you think about anything. And here's the kicker. No one does, because you don't pay for anything. Whatever you think is between you and God. Okay? I don't give a shit. But it's very obvious who pays for this stuff and who doesn't, because the people that are actually supporting this sport and paying their money, that most of them, and you can take a poll, they'll tell you, yeah, Turkey's card is way better. It's way better. It's not even close. And at only $25? Come on, it's common sense. Common sense. Here comes fucking Julio. His mic is muted. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably gooning.
I was actually going to, but then I was like, let me be a human being instead of engaging in antisocial behavior and jerking off to pornography all night.
Yeah, porn sucks. But yeah, man, I saw the weigh-in. David Morell is actually a little bigger, and he's got a substantial amount of reach on him, which I think is interesting. Because that means that he can let go of a jab, and David might think he's out of range of it, but he's not, because that's the advantage that having a long wingspan, deceptively long wingspan gives you, that the guy might think he's out of range and he's not. So you can touch him from a safe distance, beat those feet, get out of there, and just keep doing that. Julio, what do you think about tomorrow's fight? Do you have Morell? Do you have Benavidez? What do you think happens?
I'm letting my nuts hang and I'm picking Morell.
Wow.
Straight up, yeah. I think I was watching some of his fights, and I mean, I think that he's good enough at all ranges to win. Like, I think really where David has the advantage is up close. But even then, Morell's he's not impressive up close, but he's not bad either. He's not like limited. He doesn't just clinch, or he doesn't just do one thing. He can fight a little bit in that area, and that's really the only place where David has a considerable advantage. So I'm like, yeah, if you're giving up reach, if you're giving up footwork, if you're giving up general defense, I'm not saying David's defense is terrible either, but Benavidez, that is just not as good as Morell, I'd say, or not as sound as Morell. Like, I feel like Morell could win this, and he's this size, so you can't you can't just hold him upside down and shake the change out of him like you did at middleweight.
Like he did to most of his other opponents.
Yeah, like he did fucking what's his face?
David Lemieux, Demetrius Andrade. It is telling though that in the last 3 fights that he's had, the only guy that he knocked out was the middleweight. I was this close to picking Morell, but I'm like, no, I'm going to cover all the bases. I don't mind being wrong on this one, so I'll back the favorite. You know? And if I'm wrong tomorrow, believe you me, I won't be sad on Sunday.
And you always have to, consider the Cuban tax when it comes to these, up and coming fighters. So
Yeah, because Cubans don't get no fucking consideration. Undefeated. Who's winning tomorrow?
I was leaning towards Morell at the beginning, but my sense kicked in, and I'm going Benavidez via robbery.
Oh, you think it's going to be a robbery? You think David will do enough, but they'll
yeah,
take
that's
it from
possible too. That was my initial prediction. Like Benavidez gets a shitty decision.
Yeah, I think about it because PBC, they're on the ropes. They can't afford to lose shit. And
Yeah.
the Cuban fighting out of Minnesota, like, nah, let's rob this guy.
What the fuck I'm saying, bro? ¿Qué ellos van a hacer con cubano? I don't even understand him, bro. Like, I'm talking about in Spanish. Like, no, porque tú sacas la cosa. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
He's mumbling.
No, y después, espera, y después el otro. William Skull. Mira, el Gabelán, el puertorriqueño. Like, what the fuck? Are you chewing while you're talking, bro?
That's bold coming from a Dominican, bro.
No, tú me entiendes.
Bro, y'all be fucking when fucking what's his face who's fighting Ramos was talking at the press conference. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Get the fuck. José, habla en español. El Severiño, el niño, habla en español. We don't sound like them dudes, bro.
No,
You
claro
gotta-
que no, pero man,
vaina.
nosotros sonamos como gente fina y decente. ¿Qué te pasa? man?
Ajá, we're classy, bro.
What?
Es español.
Yeah.
What Dominican is classy?
Yeah,
Come on.
Dominicans,
Tú, no conoces, tú
Argentinians.
ratrero no conoces a ninguno.
Let's not lie. I've
Tu
actually, funny
barrio
enough, I've
feo,
been dating I've been dating 2 Dominican women, so I've been doing a lot of Dominican.
No,
things.
no,
coño,
see,
no,
you're
no.
confusing.
Dos ositas viejas.
¿Verdad? You're confusing. We talk fast. Don't get it twisted. We talk fast, but we do conjugate. Them Cuban, they don't. I don't know what the fuck the dude is saying, bro. No, porque Benavidez.
I mean, to be fair, just to be a little bit fair, most Dominicans, that came from the island, they come from the Cibao, so they speak with the I. So like, we get stereotypes too sometimes.
Yo entiendo la gente del Cibao. La única cosa con la carne. They got that. La carne. They got that shit.
Have you been to DR?
Pero, no, I've never been. But you still understand their Spanish. Outside of that small dialect del cibaeño, you still understand their Spanish. I'm telling you, I had to watch the William Skull video 3 times. El puertorriqueño no habla tanto. Él demuestra.
You understand Morell?
How many Dominicans are on the panel?
2 right now.
Bro? Let me check my wallet.
Nada. Mira a ver si tu mujer está ahí todavía.
Yeah, that's true.
Romeo. If you see a Civic with a loud Romeo music on, that might be me.
It's over, bro. Se acabó.
Listen, if your wife's yoga instructor is from the Dominican Republic,
It's
you
a
better
wrap.
fucking, yeah.
Shout out to Joshua Kunju. If Morell wins, rematch. What do you guys think about that? If Morell pulls the upset tomorrow, do we get a sequel?
We
think
might.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
dude,
think
he's not
part
going
of the
to.
reason- I'm sorry.
Yo digo que I will say yes, just because since Benavidez is just doing some bullshit, like he's going to cruiserweight, that would be like either a draw, and even if Benavidez wins, it's probably go. If he's close enough, they probably go for a rematch.
Te lo voy a
Well,
decir.
that's why I started.
No,
leaning towards
espera.
Morell.
There won't be a rematch. You see, I think if he loses, he fucks off the cruiserweight. And the excuse will be he had a hard cut. There won't
So
be
what
a
you-
rematch.
So what you
That's one
telling
reason
me?
I started leaning towards Morell, because like, why is he talking so much about Zurdo Ramirez? Like, bro,
I
you gotta
guess-
fight.
I guess the bigger question is, do we get a rematch with a robbery?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No,
Because
no.
yeah,
Come on, you think
Benavidez-
they're gonna give the Cuban guy a second opportunity? No.
Ese
No, I'm
cabezón.
talking about if he wins, and with Benavidez. and
he's
they got-
not. He's not going to win on the cards.
I mean, like I said, I have David Benavidez. I think the fight is going to be a tale of 2 halves. I think David Morell is probably going to get off to a decent start. I don't think that's a hot take to say that he'll win rounds in the first half, maybe 3 or 4. And I think the pace will catch up to him because this guy's going to press him more than anybody. So then, at least for me, I don't know about you guys, but at least for me, that creates a scenario to where either David Morell knocks him out in the first 6 because he keeps standing in front of him, or the pace gets to him in the second half and David Morell fades. David Benavidez takes over and wins a points decision, if he doesn't stop David Morell. Because the other thing is, David Morell hasn't really been chin checked. He was the biggest puncher that he fought.
Yeah, nobody.
Well, likewise for Benavidez. Well, he got dropped by Porky Medina. I don't know if you consider.
No, not Medina. That was Gavril.
Gavril, yeah, my bad. But I was gonna add like the profile of the Plant fight, where all that boxing, he basically swept the first 5 rounds. Like,
yeah,
Morell
and that's a guy that don't hit hard, bro. That's a dude that don't got power.
I was gonna say, like, Morell actually has a backhand, so I'm like, all right, are you gonna just be fucking letting him move and get off on you? I feel like he just turns him and counters him the whole night, uses his range. Like, I think he'll win.
Yeah, I'm with you, Julio. And another thing is how many southpaws Benavidez have fought lately.
Yeah, that's
Southpaw, and just people like as big as him overall, he haven't fight many. Maybe just Bostic, and just like southpaw, I don't think he haven't fight one in a long time. I don't remember
power.
I can't remember. I mean, like, no. He fought Andrade. Andrade's a southpaw, pero
the thing is,
his best weight was 154.
Morell has power.
That's what I was going to say, that the main advantage that Morell being a southpaw, if there is an advantage, it's that it's going to be an awkward angle for David Benavidez. The punches, the backhand will be coming from an awkward angle for him because the guy's moving this way. So he's, he can bring it over that way. But it's not like he hasn't seen a southpaw before. He has. He was just a pillow-fisted southpaw in his mid-30s. I wouldn't liken Demetrius Andrade to David Morell in that respect, because David Morell does have power, and having power, that matters. There were moments in the Andrade fight at the start where he actually was landing punches. They just weren't having any effect because he just don't punch that hard.
He actually, like, from the first to the third round, actually Andrade was landing clean on Benavidez.
He was.
Pero en que no estamos haciendo nada.
And I should add, like,
do nothing.
It's not that Caleb, like Caleb's not a big puncher, but he also, what I mean by his, like, Morell has a backhand is that, bro, Caleb does everything off his lead hand. Like, everything is really most of his offense comes off like just his jab and turning guys, hooking off of it and shit like that. That's his bread and butter. Morell, like, throws straights and uppercuts from his backhand, like a lot more varied, and he's a lot more powerful. So
The only reason why Plant didn't win that fight too is because he gassed.
Yeah, and no, but Morell could gas.
Got tired.
Morell could gas. Yeah, but honestly, it's a wild card, right? But he gassed in his last fight without Memo. Remember, Memo was not the strength. They didn't bring him back for that fight. Now that he gassed, now y'all brought him back. So I would not bank on Benavidez getting tired tomorrow. I can't. That's what stood out. Here's a guy who his bread and butter is attrition. He wears down guys. Where guys are getting tired in the second half, he's not. All of a sudden, he gets tired for the first time. He's at a higher weight for the first time. He doesn't have Memo. Now he does. I don't think he gets tired tomorrow. That's why I'm picking him. I don't think he's going to gas out. And he's got the 6-pack now, which is the other thing. When he first hired Memo Heredia, this y'all know this dude. This dude is built like a bag of milk. But for the first time, he had a 6-pack. And you don't need to be Columbo to know what's going on there. Like, all right.
Wink,
all right,
wink.
You got abs now. All right. I see what's going on here. And he got abs. Go ahead.
Does anybody think that this is a PBC show? I'm not buying. I'll never buy a PBC show after the last.
No, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
The fight has piqued my interest. I'm not a thief. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But I don't advise that anybody else buy it. I don't think it's worth their money.
But it's predictable. Like I just think only Morell can win it by knockout. I don't think he's gonna win by a decision. I think Benavidez is the house fighter, PBC guy that that they are. The weird scorecards they always have. I think that just Benavidez is gonna win. And,
look, there's enough intrigue there that I almost picked Morell. All right, so that should tell you something. I almost picked him, but for me, it boils down to a question: Do you really believe that Morell is going to knock him out in the first half? Because
Yeah.
if he doesn't, the fight is lost.
Yeah.
And
I
I,
don't.
and me hating him, I have to hedge my hate. I have to hedge that. They're like, wait a minute, you know, you don't like this guy. Maybe you're not giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give David the benefit of the doubt that you've had enough fights against a better quality of competition, which is true. David Benavidez has fought better fighters than David Morell has fought. Yeah, he has. Bozdik, Plant, those are two better fighters than anybody David Morell ever fought. So I'm
Very
going to give him
true.
the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to pick him. And if I'm
Mhm.
wrong, fucking great, because I get to laugh my ass off on Sunday. Win-win, you know? But I can't trust the guy who only has 11 fights. That's what it boils down to me. And you're not Lomachenko with 11 fights, you know, where you're like a double gold medalist and you're not Lomachenko.
Yeah, that's
Cuban guy with a bad haircut who's Spanish. I can't understand. And there it is. And then you're getting mad at my guy Marcos. He's getting fucking mad
Eso
at
es lo que te
Marcos.
duele a ti, Jules.
Ese recorte, sí, ese recorte. Me duele. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you telling me in all of Minneapolis that you no tienen barbero? Who cut your hair, bro? The Korean ladies, bro? The fuck going on with this shit,
Michael
bro?
Myers
Nah,
did.
but did
Michael
you see,
Myers cut
La
his hair.
tela en el
See
patio.
Benavidez crash out on Sean Zettel.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah, I've
kind of
seen
that.
that.
one.
I've
Bro,
seen that.
I felt bad for Sean Zettel because this dude does everything but like COINTELPRO disinformation for David Benavidez every day on his fucking YouTube channel.
Bro,
Like
you didn't see
it's
when
all
he picked...
Benavidez propaganda. He's
You
getting
didn't
yelled
see that he said that he beats better beef?
at. Yeah, it's like,
Oh my god.
David must have missed that video though. You know,
Say it again?
he must have missed that video of him. You know, picking him over Benavidez.
Bro, it could be that he was irritable because of the weight cut, right? It could,
Yeah,
you know,
most
because around that time, you know, the guys they don't really get to do a whole lot. Could be irritable because of the weight cut. Could be irritable because he ain't got no pussy in a while since he getting ready for a fight. But yeah, it seemed uncalled for because he is a Benavidez guy. Like Sean Zettel is a Benavidez fan. So the idea that he taking sublims and he taking shots at him, nah, I don't agree with that. Sean fucks with that dude. I don't fuck with that dude, but Sean fuck with that dude, man.
Yeah, he was getting mad at him too. It was like, dude, chill.
I was about to ask, do y'all think David struggled to go to 75?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do.
Mhm.
Because he's a cruiserweight.
I do because right before this fight, he did a podcast with Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman, and he must have forgot that he told them this. He must have forgot that he told them he walks around at 2 and change. So from the time you did that podcast where you admitted that you're walking around at 2 and change, you had to boil down to 75. No, I don't imagine that was easy for you. Now here, there was a Ring Magazine article that they published today where he said, "Oh, I don't even gotta what he said? He said I won't have to cut no weight to make cruiserweight, you know, because just like Julio said, the more the fight comes closer, the more he keeps talking about going to cruiserweight." And he tried to be slick saying, "Yeah, I ain't gonna have to cut nothing. If anything, I'm gonna have to eat." Motherfucker, you just told Henry Cejudo that you at 2 and change right now. You still gonna have to cut, bro. You're gonna have to cut at least 20 pounds.
Benavidez, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't he like 13 years old? He was like 250 pounds or some fat kid that he was.
He's a fat kid inside a fat kid's body. You know, you got the fat kid inside the skinny kid's body. Not him, bro. He's a fat kid inside a fat kid's body. And
How do you manage to achieve that?
anything is possible with Christ, bro.
I guess.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, it is a good fight, and I am gonna buy it just because if I'm gonna make money from watching that fight, I would feel very much dishonorable stealing it. So I won't do that. I will buy the fight. But I advise against a lot of people buying that fight because that's ridiculous. In this landscape, in this economy, with eggs at what, $6 a carton or whatever it is, right? You're getting you're gonna get a way better pay-per-view later on in the month for just $25.
Can't wait.
Yep.
Why should you pay 4 times as much for this shit?
See
Why?
the trailer? Did you see the trailer that came
Oh
out?
yeah,
Yeah,
shit's
man.
crazy, bro.
Fire.
Shit is crazy. You know,
So BBC gets $80 pay per view, and they can't produce a fucking trailer that half the quality of that.
exactly. You got Isaac Cruz versus Angel Fierro. I didn't see the weigh-in with them, but people are telling me that Isaac looked drained. I didn't see, so I don't know. If he loses tomorrow, he's the biggest dickhead in all of Mexico City.
You know, I like Angel Fierro too. I like
Some
his
people-
fights.
Some people are saying that fight's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, have you seen
I
Angel
hope he
Fierro
fucking
fight?
loses. I can't stand that fucking Chilango.
Yeah, because you got offered 2 Ryan Garcia fights, and I said this in the last live. If you were smart and Sean Gibbons were smart, they would have pulled you out of this. They would have pulled you out of this because you could lose this, and you could just as easily lose to Ryan, but you'll make substantially more money. What are you really making fighting on an undercard? What are you really making against
The thing
Angel
is this: if
Fierro?
he loses to Ryan, he's still cannon fodder for Teofimo, Devin Haney. Like he still has those fights.
Who's ever accused Isaac Cruz of being smart? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to apply for MIMSA or anything like that.
Yeah, he's not. He's clearly not the sharpest.
What a
one,
fucking
so,
dick.
You know.
I wanted to comment. Jules was saying something before I had the shitty mic. As the only person on the gear here, David is definitely on a cutter with fucking Memo. But I find it funny.
Yeah.
I find it funny how that side always likes to attack Devin Haney's relationship with Victor, but mum's the word with David and Memo.
Well, that's why it's not worth. I mean, like, you know, at the risk of sounding sounding like a Chinese asset, I don't pay attention to the Americans. At this point, the American boxing fan, to me, is a fucking moron. That you're losing all this sleep over Victor Conti, and never mind that David Benavidez just told y'all I walk around at 2 and change. My strength and conditioning coach is a pet dealer, the same as Victor. But we're not going to talk about that, right? All right. There's no point. At this point, there's so many narratives on top of other narratives that there's no point in arguing. There's just no point. Like, you've decided that you're okay with this person cheating, but not that person cheating. That's what you decided. It's the same with Ryan, that they keep trying to blame Vada for what happened there. Oh, Victor's with Vada. Bro, the New York State Athletic Commission ain't got nothing to do with Victor or Vada, and that test came back positive too.
They swear that Victor was in the lab jerking off like, yeah, it's dirty. It's dirty.
It came on him. Oh.
Oh. That's not a good visual, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is the dumbest shit I ever heard. In the same article, it'll tell you, yeah, Guadalupe Valencia says it was contaminated supplements. Okay, then what is all this Vada shit y'all talking about then? Y'all saying that his protein powder had skeet in it, then that's the explanation. It ain't Victor's. That ain't Victor's fault. Did you loan Victor the powder? Like, the fuck? You know. But it's the same old with that shit. He caved. He basically caved.
He had to. Turkey called him. But
yeah.
I like that little piece Sean Zattel put out. I could tell they're pressed that all their money's back end heavy. They don't have money to put up a guarantee just by the simple fact there was no promotion. The MGM, like Rayfield showed, Juice, the MGM didn't even bring out the gold lion.
Bro, they only got Chinese.
They couldn't afford that.
All they got is Chinese Lunar Year shit, bro. Dragons and shit. Dogs with chopsticks. All type of crazy shit over there, bro. No fight shit. But, you know, motherfuckers turn a blind eye. Motherfuckers sent me a picture of the weigh-in shit. It was a whole thing of empty seats over there and a whole thing. You know how they do it, that they'll have the crowd right here. The crowd is here. But
Right.
all that shit to the left is empty. All that shit to the right is empty. And all that shit up there is empty.
Because that's the MGM grant.
Bro.
Yeah, remember how they used to have the big lion every time there's a big fight?
Yeah.
Instead, they went over to the
I couldn't even afford to pay the lion.
The problem is that this, like the real thing is, I'm not gonna be completely biased. This is a good fight. It actually is. I think it's a good fight. But this is the fight that you have before you go to pay-per-view. This is the fight where we are now. This is where you prove that you belong there. You give up a stellar showing tomorrow against an unbeaten up-and-comer like yourself, then you graduate the pay-per-view. you should have never been there to begin with. Not with Demetrius
Is this
Andre.
so? Is this
Yeah.
is this like a is this Usyk Bellew pay-per-view ish? No, huh?
No, bro, look at how many people showed up for the Usyk versus Bellew pay-per-view. Yo, it was like 20.
They
I
did.
think that was the 02, and I think it was like 20,000.
No,
Yeah,
didn't they
and that
sell
was
a million?
That was Usyk's debut on pay-per-view after winning the after
Yeah,
winning the
not only
Muhammad
was
Ali.
it a success, and remember that Tony Bellew was riding high because he beat David Haye 2 times. So
Yeah.
not it was
Oh
not
shit!
only
They
was it
sold 603,000.
and they did a good gate because
And
they
that was
sold
Usyk's pay-per-view debut as a B-side.
exactly. So even that was exponentially more successful than this is going to be. Like it's laughable, honestly, but there are still people out there who want to defend this, who want to pretend that, like, okay, bro, if it makes you feel better to act like this is a big fight, go ahead, because that's what I
Hell.
see. Cervecero says, you see Oscar De La Coca's last post? Now let me go look at it.
Yeah, supposedly
I
he signed a
guarantee.
couple of
What
heavyweights.
are the odds?
Oh,
Julio?
yo lo vi. He signed Pacheco's brother. That, honestly,
La verdad,
that's
la
a good
verdad.
signing. It's a
What are
good
the
signing.
odds Oscar's there tomorrow night to fucking? I think he's gonna be there. I think they got some shit working to fucking 42 fake everybody.
No, él lo dijo. Yeah, Benavidez, there was an article that was published earlier this week where I think it was either Benavidez or Samson Lukowicz said that they already talked to Oscar about fighting Zerto. They already had that conversation. So you already know what time it is. Yeah, it was a Ring Magazine article. I did a video on it.
Wow.
It's going down. That's why I said, like, yo, bro, that dude is not. Look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you ask me, that dude is not sticking around 175, win or lose. He's not staying there. Nope. He'll fake an
I'm
injury.
gonna let my
Something will
nuts
happen.
hang. Like Julio, I'm picking Morell. I don't think David got the punch resistance because he's cutting that weight.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I want to
you're
see
right.
someone punch him to the body, bro. Like, why don't they ever go to his body?
I mean, Joe, how much boxing can you actually work on when you spend most of your fucking camp cutting fucking weight?
The reason they don't go to his body, Julio, is because they don't want to get countered. That's the trade-off. You go to the body, you risk getting countered. Unless you have the kind of length, where you could throw a stab to the body from the outside and get out of there. Some guys do that. They'll throw that stab, that jab to the body, that long jab, if you could do that. But if you're talking about hooks and uppers to the body, yeah, if you're at that range, you're risking being countered, and that's his sweet spot. And besides, who was he going to fight that was going to hurt? Who did he fight that was going to hurt him to the body? David Lemieux? Demetrius Andre? You know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes, they ain't got it. Tomorrow, he's in there with a big guy, big, strong, young guy. He can punch a bit, and we'll see how he makes out. But I got Benavidez. I got David Benavidez.
This is one of the few guys that's actually his size that he's fighting. I mean, other than Vosdick, the majority of his opponents were all smaller than him.
Literally, yeah. Literally. Andre, Durrell, Lemieux, Angulo, Ellis, Ennis.
Man, he was giving these guys swirlies practically.
For real. He's giving them wedgies in there, bro. Giving those guys wedgies. So if Isaac loses tomorrow, that's a real clusterfuck for him, though. That's a real clusterfuck. I think they probably told him that if you win, you get the Davis rematch. And that is why I think he turned down the Ryan fight. That's why I think he did it. But if Angel Fierro takes this out of the judges' hands, well, then it's a clusterfuck. Stephen Fulton looks depressed, so I'm fairly confident he's getting stopped tomorrow. He looks depressed.
Like I told you, Jules, I heard from a birdie that a lot of these fighters' deals are similar to the Kathy Duva, Sergey Kovalev, Andre Ward 2 fight.
What do you mean?
Remember what was his deal? What did he get up front?
Oh, what? He just got paid off the net. In other words, that they're just getting paid off the net. I mean, look, he's like the sad thing is from 2019 to 2021, he went on a run of fights where he beat 4 unbeaten guys back to back. Stephen Fulton used to be a really good fighter, but you just let your career die on the vine after that Inoue fight. That didn't have to be the end. You could have did what Angelo Leo did. Go to Pro Box, rebuild yourself there. You didn't have to sit out that long. If you wanted to take the rest of it, I'm in the middle of a sentence. if you wanted to take the rest of the year off, that's cool because yeah, you did get knocked the fuck out the rest of the year. But Stephen Fulton didn't come back until well into last year. Like, see, that's where you fucked up at. You had September, October, November, and December to recuperate. There's no reason you should have waited all the way till September to come back of the following year. That's a year from your fight, bro. A year. You let a year go
Oh
by.
yeah, 100%, bro. That's why I'm not buying none of that woe is me shit. Like, oh, nobody believes anymore. Woo-hoo. Bro, you were in one of the biggest fights of that year, and then you disappeared. You fell off the face of the planet. That was your choice, or that was your people's choices. That's got nothing to do with me, buddy. Like, you should have fought somebody. Like,
basically,
where the fuck were you last year?
look at Luis Neri. He goes to Japan, and this goes back to what Drew said a couple of months ago. That's why I believe it. That, yo, Stefan, they offered you to go to Japan and you could fight people out there. We see that it worked for TJ Doheny. It resurrected his career. We see that it's working for Luis Neri. He's about to fight some guy named Kamita, not Tomoki Kamita, another Kamita. He's about to go to Japan and he's about to fight. All a byproduct of the fights that they had, well, the fight that he had with Inouye. So it's like, yeah, I could believe that Stephen Fulton was afforded an opportunity to box abroad in Japan, but he chose to just come back here and mope, be sad.
He picked going to the shithole Philly instead of learning Japanese like Linares and fucking bad Japanese bitches and making yen.
Bro, if you're a good American fighter in the smaller weight classes, like, you should be gnawing at the bit to go to Japan. Like, that's
he went back to Philly. He went back to Philly to look at them bitches that look like Beanie Siegel, bro. You know, hard press.
Oh my god!
They should have sent a SWAT team to send it to Japan, bro.
He willfully went to Philadelphia. That's crazy,
bro. The Depot dames. You ever seen a bitch on Depot shots? Man, them bitches is built like the Rhino, bro. Bitches, you know what I'm saying? So they got out there, man. And hey, you know, I look at it as his fault. Like, I used to wonder about the contracts the PBC fighters have, because we kept hearing about the 360 deals. And maybe that's true for some fighters. But when you look over at Better Beef, who left in 2018, even though he had to go through the lawyers to do it, when you look at Angelo Leo and what he did, and you just look at these fighters like, nah, they have some autonomy because Danny Jacobs left, Angelo Leo left, and they want to do their own thing. So if you stayed, I ain't even going to blame it on your contract. That's just your fucking fault, bro. You didn't want it bad enough. That's all I see. Yeah, like, you didn't want it bad enough, you know?
Question, Jules. If David goes to cruiserweight, like we were talking about, does he, because he's already talking about fighting Zerto, does he actually go near Jai?
No. Fuck no. The whole point of this is to freeze out Jai. The whole point, if this is true, if my suspicions are true, and those, well, what I already thought has been confirmed. You already had that conversation because there was a picture of Oscar and David Benavidez months ago talking to each other, and I speculated what they were talking about is a Zerto Ramirez fight. That's what they're talking about. Fast forward a couple of months, if you go to Ring Magazine, the articles that they have, it's confirmed. They already talked to Oscar about it. They want to do it. Oscar's on board, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, if Oscar is talking about putting Zerto in there with David, it's to not put him in there with Jai. That's a safer alternative for Zerto. You stand a better chance of beating David than beating Jai. Not to say that Zerto doesn't stand a chance against Jai, but he stands a better chance against David. Has no fights at the weight. Zerto's vastly improved, and it's a big fight in America. I think it's a decent-sized fight that doesn't require you to box on somebody else's show, because I don't think Oscar likes that arrangement, where I'm outsourcing what little fighters I have to win or lose on your shows. I don't think he likes that. The other fighters, the other promoters, they don't care that much because, you know, they're business people. They don't care that much. Like, bro, we're making a killing and we're getting a surplus of cash because we're not the ones that are paying these guys. We take our cut, they get paid, but no out-of-pocket costs to us. We getting money. Frank and Eddie. Whereas Oscar's stable is not that deep. So if something happens, it'll hurt him, and he knows that. So he can't afford to loan out his bodies like that.
And he don't want to lose. He don't want to lose to Eddie at all.
Well, look, Ortiz and Madrimov, bro. You know, there is that.
Let's say this: Okay, David goes to cruiser. He fights Zerto. Miraculously, somehow he wins. Where the hell does he go then?
Oh, see, in a situation like that, that's a Hail Mary scenario, right?
It is.
That's the best case scenario. But at that point, remember, Oscar kept Jaime Munguia busy with stiffs, rickshaw drivers, cab drivers, and Uber drivers for a long time. So he could find those kinds of guys for David Benavidez. And there is at least one safe alternative that's out there momentarily, Badu Jack. And that motherfucker's 42. He's got the WBC title.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So what you're saying, Jules, sounds like Oscar will fuck Zerto to get in bed with David and get an agreement with Samson.
No, I mean, in fairness, looking at it from the vantage point of Oscar, it is a smart play. It is. It is a smart play in the sense that if Zerto wins, my guy wins. But if we bring David into the fray, that's still my guy. I still win. It's a win-win. You know, Don King shit. I ain't even mad at it. Like, yes, it's a good move. If you can pull it off, it is a good move, you know? I get it. And you need something to assert your dominance because there's an opportunity in the American boxing scene right now that people aren't talking about. With the PBC doing less and less shows, this is the opportunity that Oscar could have to strengthen Golden Boy. You see, he just signed 4 fighters. I've seen Pacheco's brother, the heavyweight. He's actually all right. I've seen Tristan Calcaruth. He's actually all right. The other 2 dudes, I don't know them. But because the PBC's only doing, 2, 3, 4 shows at a time, right? This is an opportunity for Oscar to swoop in and make a splash and try to take over the American boxing scene since the PBC is in a weakened state. So, yeah, it's a smart move. You know, it would be if he can pull it off.
La Venganza
I mean,
for Oscar.
I mean, what is that? What is that if not karma, bro? Remember, Golden Boy is older than the PBC, obviously. Like, you guys know, they were around before the PBC. So it's kind of like the PBC thing was really just a flash in the pan.
That's, you know how shitty Al Heyman was? The fact that Oscar once was putting fights on Facebook, and this motherfucker outlasted the PBC, bro. That shit is crazy.
It is, but that also shows that, look, Eric, I'm not going to put it all on Oscar because the grunt work isn't done by Oscar. It's done by Eric Gomez and the good people at Golden Boy Promotions. Some of those broads are really hot, and that's the only reason I'm saying this. Some of those broads that work for Golden Boy. And it's that they know what they're doing a little better than the PBC. We talk about it all the time. Their entire approach is flawed. Like, yeah, your approach is to fuck off network money like there's no consequences. That's the gist of it. That's the crux of it. Whoever gives you money is a bozo for doing it because you feel no obligation to deliver something back. Didn't it NBC? Didn't it Fox? Didn't it Showtime? Didn't with Waddle and Reed? Basically, that you're a money pit, you know? Whereas Golden Boy, they're still out here, and that's a sign of health for any promotional outfit. If they're still signing fighters, that's a sign of health. If you're not signing fighters, well, you know, there it is. Leo hasn't said a fucking thing.
And
What do you want me to say?
We were talking about Stephen Fulton. The crazy thing, this will be his second fight after that monster fight, and Spence he's nowhere to be found.
Bro, Spence is done, bro. Like,
yeah, he's
finished.
That guy is retired.
He's
Wait,
retired.
last I heard he was fighting Nara at 160.
Really?
Really? You heard that?
I think so.
That's not a good fight for Spence. Lara can still punch.
Yeah.
Southpaw versus Southpaw?
It's the Ugas fight, but at a higher weight.
Mm.
We know what happened. We know what happened the last time Spence fought a Southpaw.
Right? I mean, look, that would be sad to watch. In fairness, I don't think he should fight again. Personally, I don't think he even should fight again. You're only risking more damage, you know, because if you're not damaged already, you will be. So.
Yeah, the good thing about the Crawford fight was all those little Spence fans that were just diehard. My heart broken, them guys, but they're gone, bro. They're
a lot of them, yeah, like a sizable portion of that army is gone, and it's gonna keep being that way. Especially if by some chance David Benavidez were to lose tomorrow, you can expect a big chunk of the American guys that you see on Twitter and YouTube. They're gonna stop watching boxing. They're gonna stop because they're not into world boxing. World boxing is doing great, but they're just not into that. So if they don't have Benavidez to talk about or whatever, what do you think they're gonna sit around talking about fucking Junto Nakatani?
So you
Fuck
mean
no.
Jerry? You
That's
mean
a
Jerry
sad
Siriano is not going to send you super chats no more?
Bro, listen, that dude is gonna move. He's gonna walk the Yonkers barefoot, and I'm never gonna hear from him again. He's gonna walk the Yonkers barefoot, and to never be seen or heard from again, bro.
He's gonna
go.
He's gonna be talking about a quiet voice.
So if Morell pulls it off, how big are you going to ejaculate?
Oh my God, bro, we're talking about fucking. No, it's huge, bro. It's fucking huge. Are you nuts? It's gonna be like a fountain, bro. Like the fountain at Little Caesar at Caesar's Palace, bro. It'll be amazing.
Bro, Mirage is gonna join a monastery if he fucking loses.
Nah, he's gonna join Hamas, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. But nah, man. Nah, because honestly, with Mirage, I do get the sense that he's trolling. You know, I do sometimes feel like, yeah, come on, like he's just so monotone. But Jerry really believes in fucking David Benavidez, man. Like he really believes in that guy, man. It's fucking, and yeah, I heard he was sending super chats about me to the Boxing Voice like yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever. It's like, yo, dog, that is an obsession.
He wants to take you on in WrestleMania.
Ladder match.
Fucking weirdo.
He wants to sword fight you, bro.
Bro, what the fuck, bro?
Oh,
Luis Mosqueda said Mirage scoring tomorrow like Chris Mann. Yeah, bro. His scorecard already filled out. He filled his shit out yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
Pedro Pantero said, remember when Forbes or whoever rated PBC over Golden Boy late summer and high-key shit propaganda? Yo, bro, la otra cosa es que nobody wants to admit that they were wrong about them, Pedro. Nobody does. All the pundits that put them on a pedestal and talk them up, now they don't even want to admit that that they were wrong, you know?
There was a YouTuber that put him on a pedestal, like you said, and his channel popped up on my feed, and he's doing fucking Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith videos now. Like it ain't even boxing.
Maning, I remember a content creator whose name I won't say here said that PBC was gonna save boxing last year.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
If you're observant, you'll know who I was talking about. That Al Heyman is gonna save boxing.
Fan?
Yo, I seen that dude in Florida. I seen that dude in Florida, yo.
You know that.
Wait, go ahead, Devontae. Go ahead, Devontae.
Bro, I seen that dude in Florida, bro. He look like something wrong with him, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean beside his nose ring?
Yo,
like I don't know, bro. He just look like he was
almost fell off my chair.
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna keep it boxing. I'm gonna just keep it boxing because I ain't trying to get personal about nothing. Like he got a nose ring. He outside being, I don't know. I don't be out there. Florida's crazy and shit. But I will say that's one of those takes that it's like it aged so badly and it doesn't even get acknowledged. That like, yo, what happened to Al Heyman saving boxing, bro? What happened?
Where the
All
fuck
I know is that dude. Like, you remember the girl that murdered Selena, the head of the fan club? He gives me those vibes.
You think he's gonna murder Teofimo?
He's so obsessed with him in a way that's a little weird, bro.
Teofimo Sandoval.
Bro, check this out, bro. He was smiling, walking the streets, holding hands with Andrade. You don't think he's a little different?
Nah, look. The shit is, I'm not, because I don't want to, I don't want to be fucked up or whatever. People do what they gotta do. My, the guys that do interviews that I got a lot of love, a lot of respect for. Michelle Joy Phelps for obvious reasons, but she's good at her job too. Marcos, and yeah, like honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. Marcos Villegas, an esteemed professional. Credit to him because he's able to keep it professional even under times of stress. I got a lot of respect for him. Radio Raheem, Rob Tebbett, Charlie Parsons, Kugan Cassius. Those are I look at them as like, okay, these are the real interviewers of this sport. You know, that they're the real pundits if there are pundits. But a lot of these other guys, they just want to be friends with these boxers, man. And you know me, Drew. Like, nah, I don't want to be friends with no.
You're not gonna
Nah,
kiss
I
no
don't.
ass.
Like Ellie.
Kiss no
Ellie
ass.
setback.
You got to give your roses to October Red too.
Oh yeah, shout out to honestly, she's
Bro.
really good at her job. She's honestly really good at what she does. Shout out, and honestly, she has nice ass and thighs too. But yeah, you're right. Shout out to October Red. She does have a nice ass. Pedro said PBC slaving boxing. All right, basically, you know. And yeah, man. There are interviewers that know how to do that job. They know how to do that job in the way that it needs to be done. And there are others who try to do what they do, but they just end up being members of the street team, you know, tantamount to other arms of promotion. And it just is what it is, you know.
I like Ness too. Ness do good, even though I don't agree with a lot what he say. I like Ness, but his co-host, I don't know what.
I respect Ness I respect Ness, and I got love for Ness as a entrepreneur and an innovator because he was doing this before a lot of people. And I think that the Boxing Voice, honestly, it's been an anchor channel for boxing in a long time. And even if you don't agree with his boxing takes, sometimes it's not about that. Forget the boxing takes. Like, you got to admit, he's one of the guys that pioneered this YouTube boxing thing. Like, yeah, he's one of the guys, Boxing Voice. So I respect him for that. Sometimes, you know, it's hit or miss with Ness, depending on which boxer he's talking about. Because sometimes he'll say some shit that I really agree with, but other times, not so much. You know, not so much.
That little
Ness,
girl
he's
that
thick,
interviews
he's-
athletes has
He's
more integrity than
pro-American,
Ellie Segmack.
very pro-American boxer. I just hear his Usyk takes. But Tone makes me laugh because he's fucking dumb sometimes. He just makes me laugh. I know he's full of
Majority of the
shit.
time he's dumb.
Wait. Who's the guy? Which is the show where the fat Spanish guy with the mustache? He's like the wingman. Is that Jimmy Fallon?
No, that's
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, that's Two-Tone fulfills that role of the.
No, he's
that
like a DJ Academics.
Nah, I don't think he's. I don't
Dude,
think
to me, he's just a fat contrarian. That's all.
He's
He's occasionally entertaining.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
a Chris
He can't-
Tucker. He's a
can't
Chris
just be
Tucker
a
in Rush Hour.
contrarian. He has to be a fat contrarian. Damn,
Oh,
dog.
what did you want me to say? He's a lean
Tell us how you really feel.
175.
He's a lean, mean contradiction machine,
He's a
bro.
Tony
fat,
even said it.
greedy
He got
contrarian
Tony even
who's
said it. He
occasionally
got
funny.
fat again and gained the weight back. But there are new way takes this last week. I just had to turn it off. I'm like, yeah, you guys really don't watch him
Yeah, Two-Tone ate through his lap band surgery. You can tell.
Yeah.
because in no world is Errol Spence better than Nonito Donaire.
No, I mean he isn't.
Fuck
That goes without. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Nonito went on to become a 4-division champion, went back down in weight, won a title, lost it, won a title again. That's clearly not Errol, though. Like, clearly that's not Errol, bro. Clear, and you know, God bless Errol, but yeah, like, Nonito has a way better career than Errol, dog. Like, yeah, that's a given.
It's
like,
about to be 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. And it ain't gonna get easier.
Yo, and it ain't
gonna get easier to come back either. You know, like yeah, the longer it takes you to do this, the more difficult it's gonna be for you to reintegrate yourself into the sport of boxing.
And
yeah,
correct me if I'm
Nonito
wrong.
Donaire, he took his big ass whooping against the what's his face Cuban,
Rigo,
and then Rigo, and then came back and won the belt. Like,
yeah,
and Nue, for all the hate he gets, aren't the last like 15 or 16 of his fights all championship fights?
No, the thing is, look, this is what I think is going on over there, honestly. This is what I think is going on. It's a bit of frustration for the American content creators because American metrics are down. If you rely on my metrics, really haven't changed. They haven't really gone up or down because a lot of these people that come to this channel, they really are from all around the world. If I show you the metrics, only I think 40 to 50% of them are Americans. The rest are. It's a toss up between Brits and Danes and Germans. It's honestly very diverse. Whereas a lot of American content creators, what I think is going on for them, particularly on the boxing voices, a little bit of it is frustration. I think a little bit of it is frustration that American metrics are down because American boxing is down. You know, you don't want to have to talk about an Inoue. You don't want to talk about guys at 122, and you don't want to hear people saying that, like, yeah, this guy's better than everybody. They don't want to hear that. It's silly, to look at a fighter that's that accomplished and you don't want to acknowledge it. Okay, then what are you doing then? And that's why I think it's frustration. A part of it is frustration because, yeah, I know for a fact that the American metrics for stuff is down. Unless you're ready to, I don't know, act like a meth head like Southpaw, odds are your metrics are feeling the pinch. Odds are, if you're trying to be a boxing channel, yeah, they're probably feeling
Jules, the metrics are down at everything. NBA, everything's down in America.
Because I mean, like, honestly, I would say, I mean, we're all Americans here, with the exception of Leo, but I mean, he keeps up with stuff, and I think he understands that there's been just a fundamental shift in culture and masculinity the last, let's say, 10, 15 years. And sports are big when men are being men, because sports are for, well, I don't want to say that. That's kind of fucked up, but, men like sports, play sports. Men want to watch each other get beat the fuck up in a fight. Whereas now, this younger generation, they just pump full of estrogen and lattes and Starbucks and shit, bro. Like, these kids is different.
Jules, Leo's American too. He's just not North American, because remember, that's one of his pet peeves. He doesn't like
it. You're right.
I'm actually South American. You're right. You know the hall monitor got to correct us.
Honestly.
Don't be like that.
Hey, it's not my fault that Leo said that before. It's not about correcting.
We all know Country owns a globe.
What do you know? What did Jules say at the beginning? Like, Country, you're the guy that gets to the party and starts setting up.
All right.
But go ahead, Devontae.
I was gonna say though, like, okay, a lot of it though too is you keep up with the sport of boxing while your metrics haven't probably changed. Where, okay, Terrence Crawford is your favorite fighter. If he loses tomorrow, your metrics are not gonna change because you cover women's boxing, other boxes around the world. Whereas all these other content creators, they just back in Errol Spence, Tank Davis. That's all you talk about.
To the point that you made, if Terrence Crawford lost, because people know that that's my favorite fighter, my metrics would actually go up. Like every time Anthony Joshua loses, I get a huge spike because they know that's that was one of my favorite fighters. So if Crawford by some chance lost, I would get a huge spike. When Canelo lost, because people know that I'm a Canelo fan, I got a huge spike. But to the point that you're making, it's actually good when my favorite fighters lose because people want to see me, I guess, squirm.
Lose your mind.
Yeah. I mean, it won't decrease is my point. Like, you won't lose fans or, people won't stop coming here to see, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because I think a lot of these people that come here, and like I said, it's only really about 40 and change % Americans. The other 60% is literally scattered between Australia, Denmark, Germany, Mexico, some Latin American countries. It's literally, a lot of it is all over the place. But that is how I reconcile why the metrics more or less stay the same. That the median number that a video is going to get, the median number is anywhere in between 2,000 to 2.5. And on a good day, if something is going on, 5 to 10, and it doesn't go lower than that. It stays at around 2 to 2.5, which is enough for you to make money if you're smart. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the same. I literally don't know if it's the same for every content creator, but I noticed that old videos get watched. Somebody's watching old videos because say I upload 4 videos, right? In one day, and those 4 videos bring me, let's just call it 100, right? Let's call it 100. Those 4 videos, that's what they're worth when I check what they made. I'll still see 160 or 200, right? It's like, well, it couldn't have been just from this. Oh, people are watching old videos. That's what it is. That's the only way to reconcile it. Because they're not just watching what I uploaded that day. They're watching stuff I did already. So I end up making more. I don't know if it's that way for other content creators, though. I always wonder about that. Like,
it absolutely is.
It is?
Yeah, I remember I was watching when I was big into video game streamers. One of them was talking about like he did a huge Among Us thing, that video game series with his friends, and he's still making money off that years later after the pandemic when it was a big thing.
Wow.
So,
I notice a lot of it is prediction videos. A lot of it is to, because usually what the comments are, wow, you're right, shit like that. And yeah, you can make money, man. You can make money, but it is to the point that Devontae made. It's like, yeah, the crux of this channel is not a fighter or some fighters. It's literally boxing. So it stays, it has a baseline, which is good because that gives you some semblance of security in what is a very unstable field. There are channels much bigger than this one that one day the metrics just nosedived.
You said the what of this channel?
Crooks.
You mean the crux?
Bro, suck dick. Okay? The crooks.
You mean
what the
See,
fuck?
I ain't the only one who's correct.
You mean suck a
here,
duck?
God damn it.
Here comes the fucking English teacher.
I know.
Right?
The chancletas of this channel.
The
chalupas of
Leo, did you see the clitoris of this channel? What?
Oh, the chancletas.
The chancleta.
The clitoris
Yeah,
hood of this
Crocs.
Chocolates.
The what?
The Crocs.
hood.
Will you shut the fuck up and let Leo talk? Go ahead, Leo. What was it?
It sounds like that fucked up shoe that people used to wear.
Crocs?
Crocs. All of that shit sounds the same to me. Wait.
Crooks. Look, fuck you, bro. All right. Fuck you and
No,
fuck Julio.
No, fuck you too.
Yeah, fuck you, Jules.
And yeah, I am excited for tomorrow, though. I won't lie about that. That I am excited for the fight because I actually think it's a good fight. It's just grossly overpriced, man. I can't stress that enough. That in this landscape, when you know that piracy is at an all-time high, your response is to do more pay-per-views. Okay.
Go ahead and die.
Fuck
Fucking PVC, bro.
Yeah, they dying on that hill big time, man.
Fuck it. And then you got Sebastian Fundora. Well, I don't even know, bro. But they're saying that he's going to fight Chordale Booker in March. It's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be a regular show, but come on, bro. Who the fuck wants to see that, bro?
Wow, you mean they're not putting Fundora Booker on pay-per-view? Wow.
Nah, bro. I'm surprised.
Fundora
You
wanted
mean,
to fight the Spence, and then he couldn't. So he searched for a guy that with a similar name on Joe Spencer.
No. Joey Spencer's going. Well, they did try to get him, I think, right? Didn't they, Leo? They tried to get him.
Yeah, but he wasn't
I thought that was
ranked
nice.
at the WBO.
Yeah, the WBO told him he can't fight that dude because that dude ain't ranked. Tim Zeus fighting that dude. I don't know. That's the story. That's what I heard a week ago. Tim Zeus fighting that dude. Bro, if you can't beat Joey Spencer, just fucking retire, bro. Just it's over, bro.
Wait, who beat Joey?
Joey spent. The word is that Tim Zoo's comeback fight in Australia is gonna be Joey Spencer.
God, how the mighty have fallen.
For real. I'm saying it's for a rebound fight. I'm like, look, it's alright. It's a rebound fight. But I'm just saying, if you struggle, if you get knocked down, if you can't beat the shit out Joey Spencer, bro, it's a wrap, bro. It's wrap.
Yeah,
It is
to
over.
retire, man.
Even if you win, if you get knocked down and shit, nah.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
and then you know what the end game is. And did you guys see the undercard for Thurman Jarvis?
Nah, who's on there?
Exactly. Yo lo dije que it's not a PBC show, bro. That undercard. I literally said it. The video is up. That undercard is gonna be all Aussie no limit fighters. Don't get it twisted. This is not a PBC show. It's not. It's not their money. It's not their fighters. It's not their nothing. All right. This is a no limit show. And now I'm wondering, is Amazon even gonna carry it? I gotta ask Kyle or Gary about this, because to my knowledge, No Limit was on Foxtel, right? And Foxtel got bought by DAZN. So I'm wondering, is this show gonna be on DAZN? We'll see.
Wait,
Okay, but
wait, hope so.
Thurman versus that other motherfucker is gonna be on pay-per-view. It's a main event.
It's a main event in Australia.
It's a
Wait,
In a
wait,
pay-per-view in Australia, yes.
so you're saying there's no PBC fighters? Are you saying that Dan Rayfield lied to me?
I'm telling you, it's no bro. The card is up. The undercard is up. They know it's the only PBC fighter on that show is Keith Thurman. But he said but recuerda lo que yo dije.
That's like
He was like, oh, the PBC is putting together. What do you mean the PBC is putting together? No Limit is putting this together. It's their money, their fighters. It's their plan to put the winner of Jarvis versus Thurman in the ring with Zoo, not Al Heyman. You saying it like the way he said it like it was the PBC's plan to put it together. It's like, come on, B.
Dan Raphael has become a big fucking
it's like they're
idiot.
telling you, like, yo, I'm flying first class, right?
He's
I'm flying first class, but then I'm riding the gypsy bus.
Yeah.
Dan Raphael thinks it's fucking Al Heyman just quarterbacking this whole shit. We're gonna do a show in Australia.
No, or he wants to present it that way because once again, he doesn't want to appear as a shill, but it's very obvious that you are. Why would you confuse that? Honestly, why would you say? Why would I say the PBC have a plan to do A, B, C, and D when it's very obvious whose plan this is? Like, it's very obvious whose money is financing the whole show. All of it is obvious. So why would you package it that way for anyone who reads your column? That, yeah, the PBC got a plan. No, they don't got shit. They don't got a plan. No Limit got a plan. Could have said that.
Well,
you know?
He's also
Yeah, he's
like
when
Hezbollah
is like. Oh god.
No, it's like he's also being a shield for like Eddie right now too, because he's buying into the whole Inoue ducking MJ shit. And it's like you have to explain to him, no, Sam Goodman became mandatory before MJ did. He's not next rotation, you stupid.
Yeah, I don't think it's that in particular. It's about Eddie. It's about Inoue, and the fact that he doesn't like Inoue.
He doesn't. You don't think he likes Inoue?
No.
He's just yapping to try and make the fight happen.
Yeah, and the reason he doesn't like Inoue is, I'm gonna say tribalism.
Yeah. I mean, like, they see a Japanese guy. It's penis envy, you know, is what it is. They see this guy, he's doing great, he's getting money, he's fucking Julio Iglesias over there in Japan, doesn't need the Americans. It makes him salty. I didn't want him to come to America. I still don't want him to come to America just because I know how much it bothers them.
Dude, that says a lot. We have penis envy for an Asian guy. Like, no disrespect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold off on that one.
I was hoping nobody was going to say it, but
only
I'm glad you said
not a lot of
Julio.
no disrespect.
But no, you know what? Julio's been eating those brownies again. He's been eating those brownies.
It's reverse penis envy. That's what it is.
Not a lot of condongs walking around in Japan. You know what
I mean, yeah. I think that's a bad analogy.
No wonder Japan's birth rate is going down.
Nah, man, but yeah, like it's just I don't really want him to come here because it services as some form of vindication for the Americans. See, you gotta come to America to fight. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. He knew
you should go to everywhere but America.
Exactly. Yo, your next fight should be in fucking Lithuania, bro, and then Estonia after that, like in a Dell tour. Just go to all the weird.
I'll draw Stanionis and shit, you know.
Whatever's left of Gaza, they should just put Inoue.
God damn, yo. Yeah, for real, they should do a fight card for Gaza. For real, they need the money.
Shit,
Ooh,
bro.
smiling like a motherfucker.
Motherfucking Gaga for Gaza, bro. That'll be the name of the show. But yeah, I don't. And for coming here for Alan Picasso, bro, it's so fucking stupid, bro. Like, really, y'all bringing?
He's doing a favor.
Yeah, you know, like, you're gonna drag this dude away from his adoring public to fight at what, the Fantasy Springs against Alan Picasso, bro. The Fontainebleau.
It's like walking a Taco Bell at 4 a.m., bro. Come on.
For real, bro. Like, shit is crazy. That's White Castle at 4 a.m., bro, on 2/5. It's fucking crazy, dog. Like, really, y'all wasting that man time.
Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of understand the play. Or look, if you can bring Inoue consistently to America to be their the American or Mexican American bomb of the day, yeah, you can do business like that, because at some point people are gonna start thinking about it's gonna revive the tribalism that right now is dead because look, Stephen Fulton went there and got his ass beat, so nobody really thinks that someone can rival Inoue, but you can sell him at some point that okay, this guy and the next guy and the next guy, and
See,
it's
Leo,
not
pero
never gonna.
the
I know
thing
what
is
you're
that
talking about.
the thing is that the bottom line for Inui, at least for the not so distant future, really doesn't involve Americans. The biggest of the big fights that he can have right now is a Junto Nakatani fight. Well, you don't need any American involvement to sell that. A Junto fight is bigger than every fight at featherweight. It's literally bigger than all
Literally,
of those fights.
the
No, but
biggest fight up until 130.
no, but I'm not talking about Inoue. I'm talking about Bob Rock, because
You
I
know,
don't think they're making that much money off with Inoue, because it's another promotional company really bankrupting those fights on Japan. But if you are doing that shows in America, yeah, you're gonna have to bring American fighters to fight Inoue, and you're gonna make the bulk of the money.
Victimless crime, Leo. What they're getting out of the deal, honestly, is they're providing content to their broadcaster at no expense to them. You know, because they have it to where he's promoted by Top Rank in America. It doesn't cost, just like you said, it's Ohashi and those guys over there bankrolling the show. Top Rank doesn't pay anything out of that. You understand? So they're not staking any of their annual budget to finance any Nui show, but they're still providing content. So that's a win-win. I just happen to think that you should just stay with that and focus on that. Just stay with that, because bringing him to America seems to me counterintuitive. Whatever he does in Japan is a fucking event, bro. Whatever he does is a Taylor Swift concert out there. So just fucking leave him out there then.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that worked for Inoue, and the promotional company is in bed with in Japan. But if Top Rank has the ability to use one of the best fighters in the world and is willing to make full profit of it, it does make sense to try it at least to bring him to America.
No,
Yes.
you know what I just thought about? I actually
Leo,
think
can I
Inoue
can I
Nagato's
respond
the
real quick?
biggest fight in boxing.
Let me respond. Yo, I think what you're talking about, Leo, is that you're talking about Bob turning Inoue into Pacquiao and trying to
Something
promote
like
him that way, because you know, but he's
But
got to pump
Inoue
the
already
gas
is
on that.
Pacquiao, just not here.
Inoue has been cleaning out divisions on like Inoue has been cleaning out divisions on like Pacquiao, who kind of just goes up, the ranks, the weight classes, just picking up a few fights, a few big ones, and then leaving because he doesn't stick around. Inoue is trying to be more durable, in certain weight classes, and to build him up as a fight, as an attraction in the USA, when he's getting a lot of money in Japan. I don't know. It just to me it seems like, yeah, you're right, counterintuitive, because like, yo, if
Counterintuitive.
you're already a star, why do I need to prove myself to Americans who don't
Thank you.
watch boxing that much anymore? And it's the eighth most watched sport in the country.
Think
And
about it this way.
when you're a star over there, it's like you feel like a global icon.
Think about it this way. If the sum total, the fight purse, not the sponsorships, not the patches on the trunks, never even mind that, that's additional. This is a 122-pound fighter that's making an estimated $6 million a fight. That is insane. Those little guys down there don't make money like that. That's just the fight purse. That's not counting all his other shit. If you're already at a point where you're making that kind of money, I don't see what you need from America. You're already there. You already got it.
And again, man, I'm gonna repeat myself. What you are saying, what you guys are saying, does totally make sense for Inoue, not for Top Rank, because Top Rank is getting a piece of that Inoue payday. Yes, but it could be making more if they bring Inoue to America.
Yeah, but they just
Listen.
don't have the bodies, Leo. Like you're. Think about it. This is. I mean, like honestly, this is like going across town to get a blowjob from a fat bitch. You could do that locally, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you ain't gotta travel for that shit, man.
And
It's fucking ridiculous.
Who is he going to fight over here that's going to turn him into a sensation? The closest in weight is Tank Davis, and he's too big for that right away.
Well, I was gonna say, I think Inoue Nakatani is probably the biggest fight left in boxing right now. Out of like all the big stars, it's probably the most commercially successful fight that can be made. What fight would make more money than that fight?
No. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. That fight is a monster. Don't get it twisted. I do think it's one of the bigger fights you can make. But I still happen to think Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, that's a whale. In America, it's a whale.
Is that going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys?
I believe
But
it.
what about AJ Fury?
I believe it will. I believe if they do that fight, I do believe it'll do that. Because remember, Ryan's fans are not boxing fans, bro. That's an entirely different demo. So you'll have boxing fans like us that are going to watch it. Yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to watch it. But then he's got all these fucking weirdos and people that drink green coffee and eat seaweed and all this weird ass shit. They're going to fucking watch the shit, bro.
And as weird as they are, they do pay for it, so...
Yeah, they'll pay for it, bro.
Let's not pretend that Haney has fans either, because that motherfucker got like 32.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, you're not understanding.
Yeah,
Look, no. Listen. It's not that Haney has loyal customers, because he doesn't. I agree with you, Undefeated. However, for that fight, I promise you, the tribalism will kick in. It will. Because of the backstory, because of everything, it'll kick in. You know, the first time they didn't really care, you know why? Because it was a foregone conclusion to many that Devin should win. So they weren't going to bother. Everybody felt going in, yeah, Devin should win this easy. Now that it's a fight, and it's viewed as a fight, right? Now there is an intrigue. Was it the pads? Was it because he blew the weight? Can Devin win? Does Devin have anything left, right? Now there's actually a reason to buy it. And I think that fight does 1 million buys in America.
600,000.
When you talk about Ryan Garcia, you have to stop thinking about that fighter as a boxer properly. Every fight involving Ryan Garcia is more close to a celebrity match.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Yeah, but one thing you're forgetting is that Ryan and Devin are both American and they're young. Who young Americans are gonna actually pull out their wallet to support this fight?
You say that, bro. You say no. Wait a minute. Look, you say that, but 1 million people bought Gervonta versus Ryan, and it wasn't all because of Gervonta. Has Gervonta ever done numbers like that before or after fighting Ryan?
Hell no.
No,
but will it do more than Inoue Nakatani in Japan?
I don't know.
I think they're more relevant in their country than
yeah, but I'm not. But it's not a pissing contest. I'm just saying that there are big fights. There are still huge fights out there, not exclusive to that one. I don't know that I can say that that's the biggest one. I don't know that.
I think it is.
If tomorrow you told the Brits Fury versus AJ is on, that's a big fight, bro.
It is, but it's not as big as it could have been.
No, it's not as, but that doesn't mean it's not
like,
big.
Inoue Nakatani is a real pound for pound.
Wait a minute. No, see, you're talking about what you like now. You're not talking about scale. You're just talking about what you like. Because they mentioned Eubank versus Ben at British Parliament. That's big, bro.
That's not a pay-per-view buy. They're crooks in Parliament.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're just doing. You're doing the thing. Yeah,
for real.
He just being a jerk off.
He's being a jerk off. He's fucking Democrats, man. Oscar.
Whoa! I am not. I am not a fucking
Jules. That may be the.
That's like saying you're a Democrat in 2025. That's like saying you're herpes positive.
Yeah, no. Give me your IP address. We're sending ICE over there. All right. Fuck this.
I'm not.
Oh shit!
I'm never.
Gonna get reported.
Oh shit! Shout out to fucking Oscar Jimenez. Benavidez looked soft and dry at the weigh-in. Hella pause. Morell looks bigger and longer. All casuals say is he knew he fought nobody. He needs to fight in America. No, listen. I'm not. Let me tell you, Julio. I am not excited at all about Ben versus Eubank. I literally wanted them to fight other people. I wanted Eubank versus Lara and Ben versus Barrios. but that fight is huge, bro. Yes. Oh, to the Brits, that's a huge fight. So when you
I
say that,
agree.
oh, Inouye and Junto is the only, no, there are other big fights out there. They might
I'm
not mean
saying I
that much to
think
me and you, but
I'm saying
yeah.
I'm just going off of what Inoue generates, plus only adding what Nakatani will bring. I'm just like because Ben and Eubank, they're starting from a smaller threshold. But I get what you're saying. I don't want to split hairs.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I mean, there's some good big fights out there, good big fights. Um, I don't know that we're going to get Inouye versus Junto. I'm starting to wonder because there doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency from either side to do that. That's the other caveat. Junto seems quite content at 118 for however long he wants to stay there. He's not giving himself an ETA to move up, and Inouye isn't giving him an ETA to fight him. So that's another thing that I don't know when we're going to get that fight. I don't know.
Junto will fight Bam before he fights Inouye?
Possibly.
If we get
I'd go for
Riyadh
that.
season Tokyo, yeah, I think that fight will happen.
Because
I mean-
remember what Robert Garcia said last week. He said they might move up for Junto. They want a big fight.
Also,
I don't think Bam.
I
I don't know that Bam
can't
wins
think Inoue-
that fight, but hey,
No.
if he wants to do it, go ahead.
Also, I don't think Inoue can give Junto an ultimatum because a bigger guy giving an ultimatum to a smaller guy, that's kind of like that comes across as bitch shit.
They respect each other, bro. If you've been seeing how they go back and forth, that Junto's doing his thing. He said, I'm glad he said that we're not at the same weight right now. He's got things he's got to do. I got things I got to do. They're being real professional over there. But also that tells me that neither fighter feels a sense of urgency to do that in the near future. I think they're afraid of each other, is my honest opinion.
I mean,
When I
they're
look
going to
at
be
that-
afraid of anybody.
When I look at that, when I see two fighters on the same page like that, I believe it's because they're afraid of each other. I think Junto's a little bit scared of Inouye, and I think Inouye's a little bit scared of Junto, which is like
He's like
cool.
when a
Finish the fucking joke, bro. Don't fucking get quiet now.
I was gonna say,
Jesus fucking Christ! Like, let
it's
me
like-
interrupt your sentence so that I won't say anything.
Motherfucker,
It's-
stop talking like Biden and shit.
it's like those videos when a gorilla sees itself in a mirror and it freaks out.
Yeah, I think they not fear in a bitch way. You understand? But it's almost like they know, like, yeah, this guy, he might mess me up. This is my Moby Dick. They thought it was Stephen Fulton. That was a cakewalk. They thought it was Luis Neri. That was mostly a cakewalk. This is the one. This is the guy. This Ken Ryu and shit, man. Rocky Drago. It's fucking Frank Dukes Chong Li, man. It's real shit.
I think Nick Ball fucks him up.
Really?
Mm.
You would pick Nick to beat him?
I put money on Nick Ball, bro. If
I'll take your money.
Go ahead, bro. We could go at it. If Luis Needy was able to knock this motherfucker down, Nick Ball has a good chance too.
If that's his first fight at 126, yeah, it's tough, man, because that dude's really like physical. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He is
and
physical.
Nick Ball's gonna come in there to outbox him? Hell no.
But Neri's a southpaw, right? Neri's a southpaw. That's one thing. Two, Neri's Mexican. I trust. He's Mexican, bro. Like I'm sorry, Mexican. Like it's different. Like and Nick's a good inside fighter. Don't get me wrong, he is, but he's not Mexican. And I don't have to apologize for that. The best inside fighters usually are Mexican. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I don't make the fucking rules, right? I do think Nick is physical enough and rough and tumble enough, and I see where you guys are coming from because I raised that point myself. That at some point this guy's not boxing. He's at some point he's in a bar fight at some point. So yeah, and he knew he's not a big guy. He doesn't weigh much. So if you're ragdolling big ass Ray Vargas around and judo tossing him, yeah, you could probably judo toss Inouye. Probably could.
Yeah, it's because it's such a physically difficult fight to take if it's your first fight in the weight class, and then it's a tough style to fight. Like just him being in your face all night.
It is. It's either you're gonna land hard and get him out of there early, or God forbid you land and it just doesn't have the effect that it used to, then you're in for a long night.
And he's a huge puncher for the weight. So
Yeah. And he's got a chin because Ray Savage hurt him a couple of times and he took that shit. Remember, he got buckled, he got hit with a shot, and he
bro,
looked
Ray
woozy,
Ford
but
hurt him a couple times. Yeah.
he rode that shit, man.
Yeah, he kept coming.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey.
What the fuck, bro? Rode that shit. Yeah, he kept coming.
He kept
Yeah,
coming.
he
on
went
that
soft
shit.
in his mouth.
Bro.
Got all up in his guts.
These guys are
Holy shit, bro. The people just tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Wouldn't
man.
stop pounding him.
And we got that shit. I'm more excited for the February 22nd card though, man.
Oh,
I can't. That shit, that whole card top to bottom is retarded, bro. Like that shit going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow should be fun either way. So how many people on the panel right now have Morell? What is it, 2?
Yours truly. I got Morell.
Yeah, Jason's got Morell.
I have Morell.
Julio has Morell. Drew said he has Morell. Is Drew still here? Yeah, he's there.
Está en el baño.
Está en el baño. So 3 out of 9 panelists have David Morell winning the fight. Leo, who do you got?
Benavidez.
Same as me. How does he win the fight, Leo, in your opinion?
Decision. I think Benavidez is gonna. I think he's gonna look better in the later rounds. I don't think he's gonna be that active in the first half, but in the later rounds he's gonna be. I'm not saying that he's gonna be the shit out of Dave Morell, nothing like that, but he's gonna be punching his guard. He's gonna connect a couple of the jabs and body shots, and he's gonna get a decision. That's it. But I don't think that has the power to stop him.
I don't think he does either. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go fucking smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back.
But I do think Morell is going to look a little bit tentative because I think Benavidez is faster. Not with his feet, but with his hand speed.
But Benavidez has to close the distance.
Yeah, but
And this motherfucker crosswalks like a goddamn zombie.
does Benavidez have the power to keep Morell off of him though, and keep him honest? He's got this speed and the volume.
I don't think he has the power, but he has the speed. It's something similar to Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields doesn't have a really respectable punch, but he throws so many. For example, that's the reason that the fight with Bosby looked the way he looked. That you cannot really see the punches coming, so you have to cover up and try to pick a spot and try for some jabs, some straight punches.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be like that.
The thing is, though, is that Morell is gonna be the one punching long and straight, and because all Benavidez does is those little flash hooks, like blah 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 blah.
Well,
so he's gonna be walking into shit the entire way.
It's also the way Benavidez closes distance to get in a range. Like he doesn't do it properly. He crosses his legs a lot. Like I just feel like he's gonna walk. He's literally going to walk into some shit, or at least get hurt.
Yeah, but let's see if Morell can capitalize on those opportunities because it's similar to Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa and David Benavidez are very similar, besides the point that David Benavidez is way faster than Brandon. But yeah, he does a lot of mistakes, but so far nobody has been able to capitalize on those mistakes because the guy
Fulton did.
Yeah, Fulton was covering up really well, so he avoided the edge of the punches, and he countered really well, and that's the way he got the decision. Because I was watching the fight here, Brandon is hitting this motherfucker a lot, but Steven is using his guard really well. He's putting punches together to the body, to the head, even in the ropes. So he got the decision like that. but Brandon is slow. This guy is fast. And
I mean, Brandon wins his fights the same way Benavidez has been winning his fights. I'm bigger than you. That's his thing. He's not bigger than Morell. If anything, he's slightly smaller. If the weigh-in shit was true.
Oh yeah, he practically stuffed Caleb Plant into a locker.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight because Morell doesn't have that many fights. Because this guy had 20 fights. I will pick Morell easily.
I mean, when you're talking about the number of fights, it usually becomes like an indictment on of whether he can see inside of the 11th round or 12th, and that comes down to his stamina, how much his conditioning is going to hold up, in this fight. But what I'm going to be looking at is whether he's going to exploit some of the bad habits that Benavidez be doing. Like when he covers up to protect himself with the high guard, he has a tendency to leave his feet parallel. And Morell is a guy with good footwork, man, and he knows how to pivot on the inside. So I'm going to be looking at that and see if he's able to attack him from angles. Because I don't think, just trying to, hit him like straight up is going to do it that much,
And then, bro,
Benavidez knows how to step back.
He's completely square when he's up close, which is not always wrong. It's not always wrong, but the way he is just he's square for so long. Like he's square for the whole exchange when he's up close.
Yeah, because like he has the same stance. Look, I've been saying this for years, just to shit on him, but like, just jokes. But like, he has the same boxing stance as SpongeBob. Like, you're gonna get hit, you're like caught off guard, and you're gonna fall down.
Other thing I don't like about Morell is his precision, his accuracy. Even when I had a guy hurt, he misses a lot of punches trying to finish the other guy. That's one thing I have noticed. A lot of shot misses, a lot of glancing blows. So that for me is lack of experience.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if the lack of experience, shows up, midway, because,
I just think
you do need endurance for this one.
They both got tired in their 175 debuts. They both gassed them. But I just think that Morell
but David's
is
got Angel again. That's I think that's the game changer, that he has Angel in his on his team again. So come on, we know what he's there for.
Yeah, the difference for me between those two fights was David Benavidez got tired of punching this guy. Even when he was landing clean, he was punching Boswick a lot. But Morell got tired of missing a lot of shots and trying to cut the win. That's the difference.
And David Benavidez won't be as hard to find. I mean, I don't think he'll be hard to find for David Morell, right? You guys agree with that, right? That David Benavidez is going to be coming forward, so you don't have to chase him. So maybe you don't get tired. Maybe, maybe.
But do you agree, Julius, with David Benavidez is faster than Morell?
On the inside? On the inside, yes. On the inside, if he can get there without... Remember, he's going to come under heavy fire to get on the inside. But on the inside, he can string together punches quicker than David Morell. That could be because he has shorter arms. Remember, David Morell has longer arms than David Benavidez. So on the inside, he's a little bit more vulnerable. Could be because of that. To the shit that me and Virtuoso was talking about on whatchamacallit, man. That Chinese bitch is a spy, my dude.
What?
It's not hard to see, bro. It's not hard to see, bro. Look, put yourself in her shoes. You're a foreigner in a foreign country for academia. You there to study. You're not gonna jeopardize your status for some fucking conflict that doesn't affect you in the least bit.
What are you talking about?
Basically, there was a Chinese national who was here on a student visa who had her status revoked for inciting rallies at universities. Whole Gaza, Palestine shit. And, they basically revoked her shit and they're going to deport her, or because of that. And I was saying that I think she's just a Chinese asset who was here to recruit youngsters. That's literally what I think. That's what I think. This is not a new thing, I said. I've been saying that they've got assets in the country. They've got people here.
They do.
You know, and the idea that they would send one to a university is in keeping with uh, uh, those practices because they want to get people while they're young. It starts with this. You know, it's that's why I said don't focus on the stimuli. That's just they start with this, and the views get more and more radical the more involved you become, and before you know it, you've got independent cells in the country doing crazy shit. You know.
I mean, but this all started with October. Well, it's tough to say that it started with October 7th because this shit goes way back. And now that you're seeing it more and more, you know, that policy of people being removed from their property, from their homeland, it's becoming more obvious that Israel is a pariah state. And so this ain't the first anti-Zionist protest, won't be the last, if this thing continues. But there's a reason why Trump, sent an envoy, a diplomat over to put a stop to this shit because he doesn't want this shit to bleed over to this administration. So because he knows how that shit.
Yeah, but another way you can look at it. Another way you can look at it is
smart move.
Another way you can look at it is it didn't. This girl, this that we're seeing right with this particular student. There were a couple of politicians in the Democratic Party that were arrested, and they still don't. They didn't say specifically, okay, what is it? Because all I remember reading was bribes for and working with foreign governments. They didn't say which ones, but you can use your imagination. If the FBI is kicking down somebody's door and hauling people away,
they just today.
Bob Menendez.
Exactly. So it's Mayor Adams. He took money from the Turkish government, to help, But those things can be, they could be granted clemency because they're a protected class. But what I'm talking about this alleged Chinese spy is that I don't think there's a control mechanism at play here. I just think people are reacting to this thing that really is a human moment. It's not right or wrong. It's not left or right.
Bro, I can tell you
it's right or wrong.
Wait a minute. No, I you know why I don't agree with you? Because this many people die all the time for a different reason somewhere else, and people don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. There are always people dying in droves somewhere because of some fucking conflict, and the Americans don't bat an eyelash over it. This is different because this can be used as a control to weaponize the issue and radicalize Americans against their own government.
I can tell you
that was the Vietnam War, bro.
Too many people talking at the same time. Now, there have been a lot of things that happen, but and I've been alive 42 years, but I've rarely seen American flags being burned as often as I've seen in recent years. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If we're at a point where you're at your rallies and a part of your rally is, you want to burn down the establishment, well, it sounds like you're radicalized to me.
Well, yeah, but you guys.
That's how the country started.
But think about it this way: who actually likes our government, bro? I'm not saying we're the best country because we're not. This is probably the best country to live in, but the government is not the best. They do shady shit.
No, I don't disagree that they do shit. Listen, don't get it twisted. My stance is there are no good guys out there.
Yeah,
that means we're not the good guys either. But what I'm saying is, in 42 years of life, I've never seen so many American flags being burned on American soil. It's not that it's a crime. It's the thought process that breeds. It may radicalize this generation of youngsters against their own country. And that's how you recruit them. That is how you recruit them to go do whatever it is you want them to do. This is just how it starts. It's not how it ends. This is just how it starts. It starts with, look at what they're doing. They're bad. And you get all swept up in that bullshit, right? You get all swept up in it. And before you know it, who knows what they'll have you doing? Because you've already bought into the philosophy that they have.
They get swept up in Marxism.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
They're right.
It's not Marxism.
I don't think they're right.
Look,
I don't think they're right.
The reason I think that there is a little bit different with the Palestinian and the Gaza conflict is because it looks like the United States of America's government is actively supporting that conflict, and it appears to millions of civilians, hundreds of thousands of civilians, and being washed out. So that's the main reason why people are so outrageous. And for example, in Africa even in Ukraine, that Ukraine is, some people are calling a defensive war, and Russia is calling a special military operation. There is some chase there, but this affair with Gaza, Israel, and Palestine, it looks pretty clear. So if you are supporting Israel, at least for some people in America, it feels like you are supporting a genocide. I'm not saying I agree.
But
the thing is,
if I could just
good.
Well, I was just gonna add, I think Virtuoso got it dead on, because I work with kids around like younger than college age, and to me it became clear like by November why they all started to be pro-Palestinian is because they're on TikTok and they're on Twitter and they're watching videos of other kids getting exploded.
Where did TikTok come
Where did Twitter come from? Twitter's owned by the guy who's in the White House right now. Like, they're watching this shit on the internet. They're just making the moral calculation. Like, a child is getting blown up. That's wrong.
You're not using your common sense. You're not.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what I observed. I'm telling you what I observed every single day from August until December.
Where did TikTok come from?
From China.
But at the same time, bro,
but if it were a threat, why do we still allow it? The court made the decision.
Well, they're trying. Well, I believe.
And Trump said it's fine.
Well, you got to let me finish the sentence before you want me to answer 3 more questions. I believe that a part of how they're going to allow it is they want somebody to buy it. I believe it's something like that. They want a company in America to buy it or something like that, some sort of an arrangement. It's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is the same thing keeps popping up. Same thing. You're looking at a lot of other things. I'm like, why do I keep seeing this Chinese theme popping up? Why do I keep seeing this?
I think it's popping up because the algorithms are making it pop up.
Well, here's something else that just popped up.
The algorithm is why that politician got arrested, because of the algorithm?
Bob Menendez got arrested because he was getting money from Egypt. So I was going to say earlier, I've been following this story for a long time. Egypt is like Israel in the sense that they're very politically influential in Washington. And he was getting like bars of gold and cars and cash from Egyptian lobbyists. So that's why he got hemmed up. But Egypt is, to me, like basically Middle Eastern Israel. Like they basically own parts of our government.
I get that, but I'm talking about the Chinese politician that got arrested. The Chinese politician and the ones in association with China, because there was about three, one that was married to a Chinese national and another that was a Chinese national. Those are the people that I'm talking about. It's not this is not something you have to think too hard about. Would the Chinese government want to destabilize America? Short answer, yeah. Why wouldn't they? We're their biggest competition.
Here's another thing. Just today, John Harold Rogers, 63, former senior advisor for the Federal Reserve Board, was arrested today on charges of conspired to steal Federal Reserve trade secrets for the benefit of the People's Republic of China.
Damn.
But insider trading is everywhere in Washington. Like Nancy Pelosi does it. She's American.
But now you're just choosing to ignore the common denominators, no matter how many of them get brought up.
No, I think that's just political corruption. I don't think China. What China does domestically here in terms of espionage is all like tech espionage. So like looking for American technology and shit like that. They don't give a shit about our political system because it's already polarized.
I disagree. I think that if you want to take something out, you have to attack it from different points. And one of the weak points in this country is the youth. People are not as patriotic as they used to. Well, now they are. They're going to be for the next 10 years, I believe they are. But it's been a vulnerable time the last 8 years.
I agree with you that China's trying to destabilize us, but it's not through like young people. It's through it's through speculation.
Bro,
no, it's literally that. No, Jules, this is their policy. If you saw what happened with the DeepSeek AI stuff, so like right now in the US, there's like this huge buildup in the tech industry. Like it's all speculating on all these like technological innovations regarding AI. That's why you see Elon Musk and all these like tech billionaires starting to get really influential in the government. So what China is doing is we're going to destabilize them by popping their speculation bubble. So they
You're
did it by creating a cheap AI. So they basically wiped out like a
Bro, you're
trillions of
telling me
dollars in
you're
speculative
telling
funds.
me a very long-winded story when all I
Because
have
that's what's actually happening. There's no like,
what's actually
smoke screen.
happening what's actually happening is one of the most used apps in this entire country by young people who you say they're not targeting came from where?
China.
No, but it's the destabilization isn't China's like making kids pro-Palestine. It's making kids use Chinese social media.
Once again,
It's
I think
creating
no. Here's what I think is going on because you're being long-winded. You guys don't agree with what's happening over there. I'm gonna be honest with you, completely honest.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
I don't give a fuck what's happening over there. That's where we're different. It's not that I want those people to be hurt or I don't want those people to be hurt. I'm indifferent because as long as I've been alive, people have been dying. As long as I've been alive. So this is no different to me. Whereas you guys sympathize with it from a sympathizer perspective. All I see is a control to weaponize Americans and radicalize them against their own country. That's all I see. So when you tell me that young people are scrolling through an app that came here from China and they keep bumping into images about this, I see new war on a new battlefield. That's what I see.
See, I think what the real, to use your terminology, the real crux of the difference here is that you're looking at it from a cultural lens, where I'm looking at it from an economic lens. So, like, China's plan for destabilizing the United States is basically attacking our speculative bubble.
Because there can only be one plan, in other words.
No. I'm saying that's the plan that actually works. So, like, I don't think kids aren't watching Palestine shit on TikTok. They're watching people make cooking videos and shit. Like the majority of the data is out there. Well, we could debate that, but listen.
No, we can't because you can't debate that. The people at these rallies aren't even older. Most of them are young people, tweens and teens. That's who are at these rallies. And what do they use?
Exclusively?
No, not exclusively. You bump into this stuff. If you scroll through it enough, you're going to bump into it on other algorithms on other platforms. My only point was this could be a 3-pronged attack or a 4-pronged attack or a 5-pronged attack. You attack wherever they're weak. And if the morale for the country, if the morale for this country has been weak, I don't think it's going to be right now, though. Not for the next 10 years. But if the morale has been weak, that is a way to recruit the youth. It is. It's not about you see, you guys are focusing on what's being used to recruit them. All I'm saying is, they're trying to recruit them. That's all I'm saying.
So I'm not talking about the tool. I'm talking about the function. So what they're doing is they're making us dependent on them economically. That's the destabilization. So the reason that Trump lifted the TikTok ban is because so many Americans need that thing to make money. Like it's inculcated into our economic function. So that's what they're doing through technology and social media.
You don't think that propaganda could be an accessory to that plan of action?
I'm saying you don't need propaganda. People are just gonna buy it.
I don't know about that.
So
like you don't need to trick them. They literally need it to make money. It's like their jobs. Like a lot of Americans are full-time TikTok.
Again, that's a very.
It's not about the product.
That's a very linear view about something that's complex. If you're trying to destabilize a country, you have to attack it from more than one angle.
So, Jules, on the panel, just to both of you points, I don't know if you ever seen these lecture of Yuri Bezmenov in 1983. He actually explains everything that you guys are talking about subversion, how you can.
I know exactly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Let me cook. No, but let me cook real quick. So, like to Joe's points on the rallies being young people, the first step that you do, because in order to destabilize a society, it takes between 15 to 21 years.
Yep.
So, what's the new generation that's being, I don't want to say destroying everything, but our future is not guaranteed with these Gen Zs. You know what I mean? So, whatever you see now on the streets is that generation, because the way he explained it is like the first thing that you do, first you attack the young people. You take away their morals, their disciplines, their culture, and locate the sexuality. So you have a broken person growing up. So whatever you put on TV, apps, or whatever you control in their minds, aka TikTok, you're gonna influence them greatly. So for the most part, what we will live on in a godless society. People have no standards, no morals. Because I don't know about you guys, but every time I do something, that is towards like something negative, I always think about either the laws or the Bible. So you don't have people thinking like this anymore. What is the new thing now? Do without will. Do whatever I want. So you guys have actually you
Can I
guys have
respond to
like
that?
The point that
just
I'm
like
making.
I get your point though. Like it's many ways to attack because the thing is you start from the use, but you also take municipalities,
It's like a
laws, and
boxing. No,
everything
but
else.
it's like a boxing match. Oh, I'm just gonna punch him in his face. I'm just gonna punch him in his face. I'm
Pero
not gonna
¿cómo
go
tú
for
le
his
vas a dar la
body.
cara? Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to his body. I'm not gonna go for the liver shot. I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna use one form of attack. I'm telling you that it could be a 2-pronged attack, a 3-pronged attack, a 4-pronged attack. There's no limit to how many accessories you can add to this overall plan of action to potentially destabilize a government.
And just to your point, bro, one of the things he actually explains is like you can destroy a whole country without shooting a single shot.
Yeah, because that's the old way of waging war. And and God forbid, because I don't want the old way to come back. But I look at it as this is the new war. It's psychological. It's a new war.
And all I
the
know
thing
is that
if you bomb a
all-
country, you actually destroying their resources. So when you destroy the country, you don't get nothing out of it. So you use, un disparate.
Well, that's like, to me, that's the kind of where the real subversion is. Like, I don't know if you guys remember back in 2017, like the whole tariff shit. This story kind of flew under people's radar, but to me, this is the real, like, where the real, like, oh shit, like shit can get really dangerous part lies. The little trade war thing, where basically China, after Trump put tariffs on them, they stopped buying soybeans from us, and it basically wiped out all the soybean farmers in the Midwest. And then that means our taxes got raised because we had to bail them out. To me, that's where the real destabilization comes in, where they're literally bankrupting us under our own logic.
And see, it's like you're having the argument in a place where everything that's going on is happening on the surface, because you're just talking about surface stuff. You're not talking about wet works.
But that has structural consequences, though.
Yeah, because you got to think, Jules, like where these farmers lose everything, right?
Once again, nobody's debating. I'm not debating what you're saying. I'm saying there's more to it than what you're saying. That's what
I'm sure there is, but what I'm saying is that part is more consequential because it's literally immiserating the people of this country. Like it immiserates the people of the country. Like, they literally lose money.
This sounds like a pissing contest about what's worse when it's all part of the same bottom line.
Hold on, Jules. Let me just say this. What this concern sounds like, right? It sounds like after when Trump won the first time around, and the liberals, Democrats, all the pundits in television, academia, they were all blaming this shit on Russia. Russia this, Russia that.
Yeah.
Now it's with China. China. It's like both sides of the aisle. It's like they want to fearmonger another country, when all they're trying to do is trying to create, an economy outside of the United States dollar, because they've been using that dollar as a weaponization tool. You know what I mean? The Federal Reserve started because they wanted to expand, credit for the war economy, to expand, capitalism abroad and shit.
Can I ask
Go
you
ahead.
a question? As an American, devaluing the U.S. dollar in favor of, I don't know, the BRICS dollar, whatever the fuck they call it, is that good or bad for you?
Well, it's bad for the United States citizen.
I didn't ask. I asked, is it bad for you?
But that's relative, Jules.
It's
It affects you too.
I think it's more bad for like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and people like that. It's worse for them.
And this is why you guys are having a pissing contest and not answering the question. Is devaluing the U.S. dollar good for Julio? Because Julio doesn't live in a BRICS country. He lives here. Virtuoso doesn't live in a BRICS. You guys get all caught up in the idealism of it as if it has no consequences on you, but it could. It's just that shit didn't hit the fan yet.
No, it's bad for me. Like I don't give a shit if it's worse for Elon Musk, and I don't like Elon Musk. Fuck that.
I'm with you, Jason. I'm with you. Like,
No,
like
I think
in
you
a
guys
world,
are.
in a
That's not what I meant.
in a world, no, in a world, which this is, I guess this is where we're different. I understand that the United States is not the good guy in this story, but you know who else isn't the good guy? Their enemies. There are no good guys in this story. It's only what's better for me. That's it. That is all. That is all. So where you guys are doing the superhero thing, that's wrong. Yeah, everything is wrong, motherfucker. Everything is wrong.
And that has consequences. So why is there an
So
American
you're saying,
exception to
you're
that?
saying basically you want to be wrong, or I don't want to say that you want to be wrong per se, but you're choosing their wrong over their wrong when their wrong doesn't benefit you.
It sounds like Donald Rumsfeld, known unknowns, man, when it came to Iraq.
No, it sounds like what it is. They're devaluing the U.S. dollar is not good for U.S. citizens. It's not. But you're saying, oh, well, they just want to come up with their own currency because they've had to rely.
They
but
do.
them doing that.
But it's it's about working together, dude.
Yes, but them doing that is not good for you, and it's not good for this country. No matter how you slice it, it's not good for this country.
So let me ask you a question. Is it okay for us to just work together with those nations too?
Of course,
when they're just trying to build an economy to help out, poor nations in the global south.
Oh, because it's not about fucking us over.
No, but even aside from that, like I think if currency were like
let me ask you a question. If they own the resources, what do you think happens after that?
Economic dependency.
Who's going to depend on them?
Economic independence.
Virtuoso, you're looking at it the wrong way, because like if you're like super capitalist from that perspective, a dollar that's more competitive to the baseline of like other global currencies probably lead to more innovation. Like it'll probably lead to better markets for regular people. That's what I mean by it'll be worse for Elon Musk. Maybe I could start trading in Iran or some shit if the fucking dinar is stronger than the dollar. That's just a hypothetical though. Like I don't think that it's a separate currency wouldn't just destroy our economy. The dollar would be less valuable.
No. I think that is a very wide-eyed and civilized perspective on what is malicious intent. They're not getting together to be civilized or to be fair to us. Fairness doesn't even come into us. If they can fuck us, they will. So I look at it as in a story where there are no heroes. I guess the best thing you could do is what's better for you. And I don't think that's better for us. And I'm not going to apologize for that, because if it came down to fucking us over so that they could benefit, yeah, they would. Just as easily as we would, just as easily as we do.
And
to your point, I think I would raise though that even if they wanted to fuck us and they did fucking move off the dollar, we still have the monopoly of violence, because we have the largest military.
The monopoly of violence, because when things get, no, you're not understanding. You're not getting it. If we have to resort to violence, as a result of all of this, that's not good either. I don't want that. You understand? You're talking about war. That's what you're talking about.
It's time to divest from the war economy and start start doing, investing in infrastructure. You know what I mean? You don't have to.
How about build some bridges, some training?
Hang on. To bring this full circle with your point earlier, Jules, with the Chinese bitch who got kicked out. If she was so concerned about violence against Muslim people, how come she's not concerned about the Uyghur Muslims getting sent to camps in her country?
Exactly. That's a red flag. This is why I said that's a huge red flag. Oh, because the Chinese are so fucking accepting of. Really? You don't give a shit about that shit. Listen, no. Put yourself in her shoes. I am a foreign exchange student in a foreign country here for academia. What the fuck do I look like jeopardizing my status over geopolitics? The fuck? Bitch, go study.
Or keep it simple, like a Mexican foreign exchange student speaking on ICE. Like, bitch, what are you doing?
This is the point I'm making, that if you really were just a student, I'm going to keep my head down, stay out of trouble, do what I'm here to do, and fuck off. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm here to do what I'm here to do. I'm here to study. That's what I'm here to do.
Obedience is strength.
I want to say something. Look, this is something that I think you already know, but maybe hearing it first by someone else might help. You were talking about the, conspiracy theories that might have some grain of truth, like how you destabilize a government and the all the energy put on diversity and inclusion, all the kinds of shit. Look, there are places where there are more control over the people. There are places when diversity has been put a hold, where there's no kind of there's not that kind of conversations going on. We're talking about places like the more famous ones: Russia, China, Iran. I want to tell you something. Those places are shitholes. You don't want to live on those fucking places. So yeah, they don't have those kind of problems, but they have every other problem that we don't have. And I'm trying to put inside of that America and this particular page of the United States of America, because I am a Westerner. All that shit that they're trying to put all the control they can over the population. And yeah, you don't have those problems. You don't have these Democrats talking about that shit or the other. But those places are shithole. Russia is a fucking shithole.
Shithole.
China is a fucking shit. You don't want to live in those fucking places. Iran, you don't want to live.
Have you been to those places?
No, wait a minute. I will say, China's not a shit. It was a shit.
Bro, China was a fucking peasant society like 70 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say it's a shithole. They're very
no. Now they're not a shithole. Like, now they're on the cutting. But at the
I
same
just want to ask Leo a question. Leo, have you visited those places?
No.
So
Iran is pretty developed as well. So like Iran isn't like Russia. They're
all I'm asking, I'm not trying to attack you like Leo. How can you be so certain? Where do you get this information from?
Iran is great if you're a man.
Yeah. If you're a man.
If you have a wife, if you have a daughter, stay away from Iran.
The other thing is, you don't need to have gone to Russia to know what goes on there. I mean, they still haul.
Russia's actually a shithole, yeah.
Like, they still haul people away depending on what their political views are. They still do that, like KGB shit. They still do that. I wouldn't want to live in Iran, to be honest. What the fuck am I gonna do out there, bro? There's no ass. Everybody's working.
The most important
First, you got fat asses, man.
The most important thing,
well, they're hiding them. How the fuck would I know? It could be a dog.
You gotta study Islam, man.
Dude, if you got ass through a burqa, I'm definitely trying to hit. Like, if I can see your ass through a burqa,
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good tell.
I'm converting, bro.
The most important thing that you have to remember, if you were in those places living right there, we could not be having this conversation.
Literally.
Osama bin Virtuoso.
No, I mean, honestly, for all I mean, that's why I go up to bat for this country, because it's a free country. You can leave if you don't like it. You can, though. Like, you have that liberty, in other words. You have freedom of speech.
Make it better.
You have the freedom to be for or against things. And when I see so many anti-American sentiments, I'm like, that's very peculiar, because everybody seems in a hurry to come here. As soon as we open the door, everybody wants to come. But we're supposed to be this horrible fucking place.
No, bullshit. I think in spite of our flaws and mistakes, the United States made a lot of like important decisions in world history. We made a lot of like good decisions in world history. Like, the United States has done a lot of morally redeemable things. I genuinely believe that, even though I'm critical of how we operate, our economic system, shit like that. Like, I think the United States was a positive, like, a historical development.
But see, that's the thing. You're looking. No, look. I'm fucking old, all right? You're like fucking 20-something, Julio. Get the fuck out of here. Like, fucking Virtuoso's in his 30s. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys get the fuck out of here.
You get the fuck
I'm only 4 years older, 4 years younger.
If we
Come
were
on,
in
stop.
China,
Well, you shut the fuck up.
I've been here long enough. I know what the fuck bullshit smells like, bro.
Okay,
fuck?
and the only point that I'm making is you guys are still looking for the good guys. I can tell. You're still looking for the fucking good guys. How many times do you need to hear that there are there are none.
There are good guys.
None.
Regular
There
regular
are
Americans.
none.
No, listen, regular
every
Americans are good
single
people.
listen, every single victory that anyone has ever had in the annals of time came at someone's expense, and to them, that person was not the good guy. All I'm telling you is, look, you're not from somewhere else. You're not. You're from here. So before you go crying a river to some schmuck over there, worry about what's over here. Worry about your own. Worry about your fucking
No,
own.
I agree to an extent. Like I think the good guy is like regular American people who like wake up and go to work every day. Like I'm like I pridefully identify with them. I think they're the good guys for sure.
All
Like
right,
if you wake up tomorrow and go to work, you're a good person to me.
Two things real quick, and I'll shut up. Okay. One, if we were in China, us and the entire panel, Jules, we would all be arrested by now.
Literally.
No, I'd be learning.
Who has a larger prison population, us or China?
Wait a minute, goddamn it! And second, Jules, who do you have between Fulton and Nick Ball?
Come on, you stop the flow of the conversation for that shit.
Well, Jesus Christ, country.
It didn't like my mood. I do want to say a little anecdote about China and how they steal tech for their better society. South Korea invented this to prevent traffic problems. Invented the system where the red light would have a countdown. So it's like we have red light countdown to when it's green, and suddenly there was less road rage. China took it and instead implemented the countdown to when the green light turns red. Massive traffic collisions almost immediately.
All I want to say
is the world's largest population.
All I'm saying is that basically anti-American sentiments among Americans, I look at those people as morons. Honestly, I honestly do. I wholeheartedly, because yeah, we're not perfect, but nobody else is. What are you really sympathizing with? Anti-establishment. You're part of the fucking establishment. You benefit from it. That's why you even get to fucking say anything, you fucking idiots.
Because I pay my taxes. I have to say something.
Quite honestly,
that's a cool story, bro. But there are places where, you know what, if you weren't from here, you don't get to say a fucking thing.
Well, not only that, but America has a lot more opportunity than a lot of other
like the
countries.
UK.
That's what makes it so great.
The UK, there are people being arrested for fucking Twitter posts in the UK, bro. They're literally doing time. What are you talking about?
A special needs kid was literally arrested because she called a lesbian a lesbian.
Bro, there are places in the United States where you have to like sign Israel loyalty pledges to get work. Like we still have challenges with free speech too.
I'll tell you what, dog.
And who has the largest prison population?
I've been alive.
Us or them?
Wait a minute. We have the largest prison population. Honestly, it's not because of this geopolitical shit. It's just because a lot of stupid people are doing stupid shit. Let's not go that route. Yeah, we have the largest prison population, but a lot of those guys actually should be in there. A lot of them, the majority of them.
People go to jail for some bullshit too.
You're talking about all right. Now, what percentage of the prison population were incarcerated wrongly? What percentage of them? Because if we're going to use that,
that's just my opinion. I mean, look.
No, because
but it's like if we're going to use class statistic as like, okay, you know,
you're bringing it up.
What about like victimless crimes?
I don't know about victimless crimes, but if you're going to bring up because it's a small number. Like, yeah, it's a small number. There's a lot of people doing a lot of fucked up shit that actually need to be in jail. There was an American citizen that literally just pushed the girl into the tracks for no other reason than he fucking felt like it. And that's what he said.
Not condoning that shit. Not condoning that shit.
I'm not saying that you are, but when you tell me that we have overcrowded prisons, people like that are why.
But as the murder rate gone up?
What I notice is that a lot of Americans seem to have a God complex. Man, fuck that shit. More prisons.
That's what America has, a God complex.
Prisons. Because more people.
They're trying to make it a prison planet.
Well, I'm sorry, dog, but with the amount of
that's why they gotta move people to Gitmo now.
With the amount of people that are getting pushed into train tracks for no other reason than somebody's in a bad mood, yeah, I kind of think we might need some more prisons. We might. And I don't think
we
that's
need
a
better
bad, I don't
culture
think,
too, though.
and I don't think that's a bad. Yeah, but I don't think it boils down to culture when the
No,
guy.
it's a lot of things for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
like honestly, like this. A
it
lot
could
of
be
this is common
socioeconomic.
sense.
It could be like it could be
Socioeconomic,
really like mental health
Psychological,
issues
yeah.
that really
mental
But
health,
but
amplify those
we
things.
gotta we should think about these
No,
things.
but
Like, why the fuck?
that's actually the thing though.
Nah, but
Like
like, why the fuck, as like in our country, why are we producing people like this that push innocent people into fucking train tracks? Like, where are we going wrong?
well, it's
You know what
not
I
that I
mean?
think it's not that I think we're going wrong as a society. It's just that when you have a big enough society, there's going to be more bad apples, and you have to have a response to that. Now, when you're laxed on laws and the prison system or the judicial system, whatever, turns into a revolving door policy like it has been in some of these places, you get these people out there, which is why I say we need more prisons. If the prisons are overpacked, build more because more people need to be locked up. I don't apologize for that. I want to live
He's just like,
somewhere.
oh, are the prisons
that's fine.
packed? Build another one. Give them more
Build
room.
more. Yeah, build more. Build more.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta
Apparently-
colonize more. Listen,
we-
they
we-
gotta colonize
we-
Mars to build more prisons.
No,
I mean,
it's the death penalty. That'll empty the prison.
no, honestly,
That's
yeah.
gonna be the next step, bro.
Or we can do that because if you're
Or
telling me,
no, you know,
SpaceX
I think we should
facility.
start giving the death penalty more. Like, I think we should lower the standards for receiving
look,
the death
you,
penalty.
look,
There's
you
too many
tell-
people.
look,
Got to
you
get rid of
tell
them.
me if you
Stop
tell
with
me
the
that a
pedophiles.
guy, if you tell me that a guy randomly decides to push someone into the tracks, right? He randomly decides, no backstory, no motive, no nothing. He's just a loon, right? What should we spend taxpayer dollars on this guy for the rest of his life? We should. He tried to kill someone.
Yeah, I think because prisons are too packed, like if you litter, you're gonna get executed because we just can't afford to keep you, man. Like, not enough
You're
room.
being sarcastic, but I don't mind that.
No, yeah,
I
I
don't
No,
mind
I'm
that.
just saying.
Because what you're
I think
because
that's a
what you're
reality.
saying because what you're saying what is there a way to rehabilitate a guy like that? Is there?
Fuck
Is
no.
there?
Fuck
No,
no.
I don't
Fuck.
think so.
You're like a deficient human
I will
being.
not. I will not
So
count
then
on
what
that.
do we do? What do we do? Because the reality is, for all these considerations, we keep looking at this from a civilized perspective where somewhere else in the world, yeah, kill that motherfucker. Very simple.
2 to the back of the head.
No, do it in the front so you can watch his
I am
eyes.
actually glad you said that, Julius, because there is a place in the Middle East, there, a very happy place where they do that regularly.
Saudi Arabia.
They do it.
Saudi.
That's a wonderful place to live.
Yeah.
If you have money. If you don't,
Yeah, I'd hate to be a
And you're
ticket
not,
scalper.
knowing you're not too idealistic. Don't be idealistic over there, buddy. That's not
No,
the
you
United
Yeah,
States.
it's to be impossible over there.
I hate to be a ticket scalper outside of the Riyadh season event.
I'm just saying, man, that
Your head is coming clean off.
modern day problems need modern solutions.
those are all solutions, Julius. But I understand what you're saying.
It's almost like they're looking for a utopia. Like there is no utopia, and there's never gonna be one. There will always be problems. There will always be bad people. There will always be crime. Always. There will always be one group of people against another group of people. That's not gonna change. So what you need to focus on is what's good for you.
I have a solution to the prison problem. We just no longer paying for all these meals, just one meal a day, dinner. They go to the courtyard, get a cow and a knife. Whatever happens, happens.
Honestly, wasting too much resources on these guys, man. Gotta stop. Gotta stop.
Would you be in favor of banning single parents? Like if you have a kid, you legally have to stay together and raise the child.
No, because I want more Americans fucking and giving birth to the next generation of productive citizens. Listen, man, if it were up to me, we'd work something out with Mexico where we bus a bunch of people over. Maybe we house them in a particular village to live and have the same opportunities as Americans. There's a lot of things we can work out,
What do you think of the tariffs?
I think the tariffs are stupid, but I see what the play is. The tariffs are stupid. Everybody's looking at it in the short term, where the added expense is going to be trucked off to the consumer, basically, not the people, not the importer. But at the end of the day, when the price of the stuff goes up, what happens? When the people stop buying, exactly, they stop buying. Who does that hurt?
producer.
Everybody.
Shareholders.
No, it hurts the importer. That everybody's looking at it in the short term. I get it. That the tariff, that added cost, all you're going to do is make the importer raise the price on his products, and then it's going to be offloaded to the consumers. But that's assuming the consumers buy it. What if they don't? What if they stop? Then who does it hurt?
But that also assumes that in the market that there's like a separate like domestic competitor. I think the issue with it is that like the United.
No, I'm not. Forget a competitor. Sometimes people just have to do without.
Because you got to think though, Jules. Like certain goods, like steel, it's in so many items that if it gets tariffed, so many different consumer goods that we all rely on are gonna become inflated. And then if everyone stops just buying those things, and that really will slow down the economy.
I'm not talking about every. I'm not talking about every single thing, but some things, yeah, you're gonna have to do without.
So like steel, right? Think of everything that people buy that has steel in it.
You're really on that steel train when I'm thinking about team.
Because we get a lot of steel and aluminum from Canada.
Yeah, stop writing that steel, Julio.
Look,
That's why we have to invade Canada.
I think I've told you this before, Julius, about the tariffs. And the idea of the tariffs is for you to reallocate your industrial plant to other places. Because in other places, the tariffs, they're not going to be in play. And you're going to sell the exact same product, but without the tariffs. The profits are increasing. The consumers are consuming more. That's the ideal place. Because the United States of America is an open trade war with China. If they don't want things built in China, they want things built somewhere else. And ideally, what you do with that money, without the terrorist money, you build infrastructure in your own country. Now,
but that's like sort of where people like kind of fall off the tracks with it, because it presupposes that the United States has the industrial base that's going to act as that alternative, but we don't have it. We literally don't have factories in this country.
He's saying that he's basically saying that this would force the companies that are importing goods to America to outsource their factories to somewhere else, which would in effect, by them outsourcing it, weaken the Chinese economy. That hypothetically speaking, okay, you got a factory in China, they make glass dildos, right? And the glass dildos have tariffs on them. Well, now we can't make these glass dildos in China because China's got tariffs on it. So we're gonna have to make them in fucking Uruguay, and then and because you had to move it, that will weaken the Chinese infrastructure. I think that's what Leo's saying.
Yeah, the idea is you have all that money from the tariffs, that all that money that you collected, use that money to build infrastructure and when you are building, you're generating jobs. At the end of the day, when the industrial plan is completed, you have goods that are cheaper, that are closer to the buyer, the chains of production are safer, all that kind of shit. Now, for that, you need policy. And look, you can say whatever you want about Donald Trump. You like it, you hate it. Look, you cannot do that policy for tweet. You have to get your guys to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suggest people research the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act during the Great Depression. I think that's like the best example of how these things usually go.
Just a quick note as it came up.
Yeah, I gotta let Undefeated talk. Everybody got something to say. Undefeated, go ahead.
Did y'all see what Trump did with Colombia with the tariffs?
The coffee shit, yeah. I did see that.
Coffee beans went up because of that orange motherfucker.
No, with the immigrants.
What'd he do?
We sent the military plane, a big ass plane full of immigrants to Colombia, and the Colombian government did not want to accept them. So he called on the phone and he called the president and he slapped 25% tariffs on him. He said so. So Trump called them again and slapped 50%. And after that, he punked them. He's like, all right, now they're accepting all the planes with the immigrants. Because at the end of the day, they are your people. They're Colombian. Why should we have to worry about that?
Yeah, but that and in the long... I mean, yes, there's that. But also in the long term, like I said, when people talk about the tariffs, they only talk about the short term. In the long term, less of your products are going to be bought because of the price hike, and that will affect you. Everybody's been talking about it in the short term that when the price goes up to make up the difference for the tariff, that's going to get offloaded to the consumer. Yeah, that's the short term. In the long term, less people are going to end up buying those imported products, and that's going to affect those importers. It's not good for them. It's not, I mean, really, it's not good for anybody, but in the long run, yeah, it's not good for the importer either.
But I think it's not a zero-sum game in my opinion, because you got to think it really depends on the types of products that end up getting tariffed. Like, I know you don't want me to harp on steel, but just think about the number of
steel, bro.
But just because it's so important to key American commodities. That's what I'm saying. Like, think about
we
everything
are
that
the
Americans
fourth
own.
largest steel producers in the world.
Dude, but we still have to import it because we consume it a lot. We have to be the fourth largest because we have a big appetite for it. We all drive cars. We have laptops.
I understand you
things
make a
like
point.
that.
You can stop talking now. We can get it from Japan.
Oh, I can raise my voice too. I also have a deep breath.
Fucking guys are so fucking immature, dog.
Or even like groceries, like produce, like that. It has like it affects other industry. Is the point?
It's not. No. It's not. It's look. The short answer is it's a leverage play. Basically, it's a leverage play. And I get what you're saying that, like, yeah, if the added cost of it's going to get offloaded to the customer. At first, it will. But when sales dip, okay, now it's affecting the importer. You're just not making the money that you used to because your product went up in price. It went up because you want to make up the difference for the tariff, but now people are not buying it. And that affects you. That in the long run, it's a leverage play. And it could work. It could work. Because if what Undefeated said happened is true, if that happened, right, that's an example. Now you got a 50% tariff, motherfucker. You want to play?
Yep.
You want to play? You got a 50% tariff, motherfucker. You ain't going to be able to sell shit out here, bro. Because your shit is going to be so goddamn expensive, ain't nobody going to buy it.
Yeah, man. Coffee's going to be expensive, bro.
No, but talking about what...
What coffee? What about laptop?
Hey, man, sniff coke.
Cocaine.
Well, I don't know,
talking
man.
about
Just
what
fucking
Julio was saying is...
Not a tariff on coke.
I understand what you're saying. I know
Make
what
lithium cheap.
the Great Depression in the 20s.
Coca is good.
And it was greatly related to the tariffs of that time. What I'm saying is they didn't have a plan for the money what they were collecting back then. And I don't know if they have a plan right now for that money because they're going to be a huge surplus. And listen, I'm not saying that the United States of America's government is in background, nothing close to that, but you have a huge deficit without that money being spending on the military and all that shit.
Fucking Israel, yeah.
We're just wondering, where does the tariff money go?
I don't think it's Israel.
And Ukraine, bro. We give Israel and Ukraine way too much fucking money. Way too much,
man.
That is nothing. Dude, that is nothing.
They're like it's like Leo DiCaprio in the Basketball Diaries.
Wait a minute. That is fucking nothing compared with all that shit you spent in fucking Afghanistan. That shit was how much?
Yeah, man.
$7 trillion trying to rehabilitate that fucking place. And
yeah,
it
was a rocket.
I don't even think we know.
And 1 week later, that shit was at the same place. That shit was great, and all that money you lost it.
Yeah,
it's gone.
I don't even.
They left the shit out there, the trucks, the guns, all that shit, bro.
All that shit. No, I don't even think we know what we spend half our shit on. Because like, I just read the story the other day it's not that. We literally, the press secretary said we were spending $50 million in fucking condoms to Gaza. Like, what?
What?
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? What are we spending $50 million in fucking condoms to Gaza of all places?
How are they using that damn many condoms? I want to know that.
Hey, they need protection out there.
You gotta be safe out here, man. If one of those fucking roadside bombs go off, man,
the only
take
thing
out a condom.
that Gaza is a very special place.
Hold on, Jason. You're
Very
saying that
special
Myron from Fresh and Fit said that they've that's on fucking prophylactics?
Listen, man, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, all right? At the end of the day, all I'm saying is I see what the play is. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. But that is how he got Colombia to fold up, right? So maybe there's something to it. We told the motherfuckers, right? Undefeated.
Yeah, but I
Told
don't think
motherfuckers.
China's going to lose.
Destabilization creates, immigration.
It's a play that can potentially work if only because we're like top 5 or at least top 10 in pretty much production of everything. Like, people forget we're one of the most resource-rich countries on the planet.
Look, I understand the tariffs on Mexico at some degree about the cocaine problem. Not necessarily about the immigrant problem, because Mexico is going to do whatever he wants with that shit. But about the cocaine problem, yeah, maybe Mexico could be doing more. But we are talking about fentanyl.
Don't forget fentanyl, man.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, fentanyl. Yeah.
No. That's what I was going to say, because I think the people in the government are wrong about fentanyl, because they're thinking about that shit about like he's cocaine, and it's not like cocaine. It's more. It's closer
more
to
powerful.
meth. No, it's closer to meth. The change of production is not from Colombia and Bolivia and then goes to Mexico. No, you can make that shit whatever, wherever.
In here.
Yeah.
What the U.S. really produces, like our economy in terms of production, it's fucking aircraft parts and cars. So any industry where those sectors have to like buy shit from, if they're tariff, it's gonna affect them. Straight up. Lumber as well. Like, you got to think how important the housing stock is to the United States, how important real estate is to our economy. That's gonna affect people. Whether or not that pays off into what exactly is the sort of what is he trying to get? I get China. He's trying to like punish them economically, but what about Mexico and Canada? Is it just to stop immigration? Is it what's Canada? Like, what's their fault? Like, what is he trying to get at them?
There's also immigration from Canada, because a lot of the terrorist cells come in not by way of Mexico, but by way of Canada. That's the big issue. At least it was a while ago. I don't know if it still is.
Yeah.
So I think with Mexico,
I'm gonna see if I could call ICE to see if there's any
clear
around here.
China is definitely obvious with that story.
Well, California definitely needs the lumber now.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, rebuilding housing, especially in Florida, in North Carolina.
What
California.
they need is a Chinese 3D printer company to go over there and build houses.
Bro,
I don't get why. Like, if China's such a big enemy, why don't they just tariff them and buy from Russia? To be honest, I feel like for the people who don't like China, like, Russia seems like a natural ally to the United States. It makes no sense to me.
Russia's in the war, but Russia right now is like sink or swim. I don't think after they are done with Ukraine, I don't think they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop.
No, they are, bro. They don't have the ability. They barely have the ability to hold as much Ukrainian territory as they do now. Like, Russia does not have the capacity to expand. Like, their military is strong enough to defeat Ukraine, which is a paper tiger held up by NATO.
Listen to me.
But
if they conquer Ukraine successfully, if they occupy Ukraine,
but they can't conquer Ukraine.
Hold on,
let me finish. If they conquer Ukraine, you're gonna see Putin doing crazy threats to members of NATO, like, we're gonna bomb all this fucking shit. We have all the nuclear missiles pointed at your cities, or we are gonna dissolve NATO. Something like that is gonna happen, because there is a reason they attacked Ukraine, because it's not a member of NATO.
No, I think if you really look at what's happening there, Russia's, if you want to use the word conquered, I mean, they conquered part of eastern Ukraine, and the Ukrainian army just isn't strong enough to like defend it or retake it back. So that's what they mean by like a Russian victory there. I don't think they could conquer Ukraine proper. They don't have enough soldiers to do that. But on the other hand, I was gonna say that I think what like Trump's sort of posture towards NATO is actually positive. Like, I think that NATO's gotten us into a lot of trouble, and we pay a lot more money. We pay a lot of taxpayer money to keep that shit going. And I think that his posture towards that, his like reluctance to like want to carry out NATO aims against Russia is actually good. Like
Do
it's a
people
fucking
know
waste
that?
of money to give Ukraine to try and fight this stupid
Yeah.
ass.
Do people know
He's
that
right. Straight up.
that NATO was founded by the Nazis? At least some Nazi generals infiltrated
Well,
that
yeah, that's
organization when it started.
dude. So many people don't realize like all these Nazi spies and generals, like a lot of them didn't just go to jail. They kind of just got absorbed into the intelligence agencies of a bunch of
Yeah,
countries.
in the
That's
Like they
South
scientific.
basically
America.
just went underground. The Nazi government just went underground. That was it, and got loaned out to different countries. They didn't go away.
Yeah, but that's like saying that the Green Party in Germany is funded by the KGB. It's
I
like
got
Well, no.
I got a question, right? If
Oh, is it?
let's say Ukraine goes down, right? Do y'all think Putin will fuck with Poland next?
No.
No.
yeah,
No.
It's
they're,
I
It's
they're
don't.
Putin,
not.
going
right?
to.
The reason why is because it's
Well,
not economically feasible to do that.
Why?
You know,
Yeah.
No,
it's going to take more
beyond
manpower.
well,
You know, it's going to drive
beyond
the cost of. Go ahead.
no,
Hey, yo,
beyond the
boys.
economic feasible thing is that if he does do that, that's when everyone in the world would go, "Oh, you're not stopping here. You're Hitler 2.0. We have to go start
But is
World
he
War
Hitler
III now."
2.0?
They don't have the military capacity to do it. Like I think people
Exactly.
overstate like
Yeah.
Russia's military strength. They have a very strong military for sure. It's definitely stronger than Ukraine's. But it's not like they don't have the
Well,
capacity to
they're in
take
NATO
over
too,
anything
though.
else.
They're in NATO.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah, and Russia, dude, whatever people don't believe the shit you see on media. Like Russia really never aggressed towards NATO. It's always
The
been
only
NATO's
time,
been
the only
trying to
time there was an
encircle Russia.
opportunity, the only time there was an opportunity for Russia to join NATO, I think it was like, I think that's when
Clinton.
Putin started out early on, and Clinton was still president, right?
Bush, yeah.
And
Oh yeah, Clinton wanted him to join NATO, yeah.
exactly, and then his advisors, quote unquote, the CIA, they say no. So there you go.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that Putin was like a CIA guy, kind of like
Yep, KGB all the way.
yeah, like after the fall of the Soviet Union, like we were gonna install our guys there. He was one of them. He was one of our
bad,
guys.
man. Could have Russian
But
bitches over here, man.
the
Shit.
Putin's like beef with NATO and the U.S. has always been really about sovereignty. Like he doesn't want to be a fucking U.S.
He don't want to be a doja. He just don't want to be a doja, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be fucking Haiti or Honduras or some shit.
Well,
He wants Russia to be.
Anybody wants to be.
Jules,
I don't think anybody wants to be Haiti.
Yo, Jules, happy New Year, man. Happy belated birthday. I chimed in really late. I guess you guys exhausted the whole Jose Benavidez, the offspring kind of chit chat. But curiously, just kind of catching up. What do you? I don't know. What do you guys think about tomorrow's fight?
No, I got Benavidez winning. I'm hedging my hate. So I have Benavidez winning so that if he wins, I was right. And if he loses, I still get to celebrate. That's what I'm doing.
Everyone's on that same platform, or
nah? Julio's letting his nuts hang out. He's wearing jeans without boxers. He's going Morell.
Yo, Jules, can I ask you a question?
Good.
Was there ever a fight that you was happy you was wrong about?
I'm trying to think. I know it's happened. I'm just trying to remember because it hasn't happened often, but it has happened. What was the fight?
Haney Garcia.
Nah, it wasn't that one. I hate Ryan Garcia.
Fury Wilder too.
Fury Wilder, yeah, that was one. That was one, a big one too.
So would
yeah.
you say tomorrow's fight would be is right near that ballpark?
No, David Benavidez ain't big time like that. You got to remember, Wilder was on his way. He was on his way. Like if he would have came out at the end of that saga on top, he was on his way, and his fans were getting out of control.
Oh, they were.
They were getting out of control. David doesn't even remember. Wilder did sell 325,000 pay-per-view buys with Fury the first time out, and he sold 800,000 the second time out. So he was you could see by those numbers that he was actually on his way more than David is now. David, come on, bro. David ain't sell shit with them 2 pay-per-views he did. His whole thing is reliant on Canelo. His whole everything is reliant on mentioning Canelo at least 50 times in the buildup of a fight. Other than that, it ain't that. It ain't the way it look online. Because if it were, your numbers would be better. We talk about you online a lot, but when it's time to put up some money, they don't be there like that. They just don't.
And I keep saying it out here in Arizona. Whenever I talk box to people, 6 out of 10 people don't know who the fuck Benavidez is.
You know,
But
Who's the
Jules,
honestly,
fight? No, Kyler
there
Murray
has
is.
been leak interest, man, from the past, man, about this Morell dance with the quote unquote Mexican monster, right? I mean, like I'm jonesing if when you for your live if that Captain Kangaroo fucking jumps on, I would love that shit to go down.
I mean, he
But
might. He might jump on, but I got Benavidez winning. I do. Really, off of experience is the main thing. That I can't trust a guy who only has 11 professional fights, and not a single one of those guys that he fought was a current or former world champion. You're basically a glorified prospect. The only reason they think you're on par is because the WBA manufactured a regular title for you at super middle and another one at light heavy. That's the only real reason people are kind of like acting like we don't know that David Morell is on the level. They have no common opponents. I
so
can't trust him.
percentile, you're giving him 35 to 40%.
No, I mean, David, the other angle of it is that David Benavidez has greatly benefited from being the bigger guy in most of the fights that he's had. I don't actually have a high opinion of David Benavidez, and you know that already. But the one thing that doesn't boil down to my opinion is he has more fights, more rounds in the bank against a better caliber of fighter than anybody David Morell has ever fought. Vosdick is better than the 11 guys that David Morell fought. Caleb Plant is better than the 11 guys that David Morell fought. That's just a fact. That's not subject, in my opinion. So on that basis, yeah, I'm going with David Benavidez. I would love to be wrong, but facts are facts.
Bro, you know Benavidez is trash, but you can only say 2 people.
And he's got like close to 30 fights, 29.
Jesus.
Benavidez brings up Canelo, or is he always asked? Either way, if you want to shut it down, you shut it down, bro.
Yeah, just give a boring answer every time. Like, I'm not in his division anymore. I don't care.
No, I mean, it's
enough
crystal.
times they'll stop
Listen,
asking.
exactly. Like, if you make it crystal clear to the reporters, can you please stop asking me about that? I'm not answering any questions about Canelo. That fight is dead. Stop asking me about it.
Didn't he go off against a reporter that was asking him a question about the Morell?
About Russia?
Yeah, Sean
No, about Morell.
Oh,
do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. Sean Zattel yesterday,
Oh.
yeah. He gets into some he got into some art of war shit, and David snapped. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe
that
you should have
shit was
saved that
Dude, it's
question for
funny,
George Cambosos. I mean, come on.
Zattel
He's got a
immediately
fight coming up, right?
reframed. He immediately reframed the question in a way that was favorable towards David, and he immediately calmed down. He's like a fucking angry dog.
Yeah, but that's just fighters. Yeah, but the other thing is, because I thought about that. Like, are the fighters in this era more sensitive than the ones in the previous one? But honestly, they're not. The media has never had a good relationship with the fighters, ever. It's never been. They've always been that way, and maybe it's just a part of the job that they have to be as temperamental as they are. Or they just are temperamental because it's always been this way. Whether it's Floyd Mayweather and Brian Kenny or David Benavidez and Sean Zattel, it's always been that way.
Yeah, put yourself in the fighter shoes. I mean, you gotta drain yourself. You getting no pussy. You getting asked the same question, about the same fighter. Like, bro, what the fuck you want me to say?
Yeah, like he probably ain't had no pussy in like 6 weeks or whatever it is. So you'd be mad too,
And it's
a
worse
long
if you,
time.
And it's worse if you lose the fight, because then you got some asshole sticking a microphone in your face going, "Hey, what happened?" It's like, "Oh, what happened?" Well, hang on. I'm a little woozy after what happened, so let me collect my thoughts. You see that gentleman over there? He was punching me in the face. And I was thinking, hey, stop punching me in the face.
Shout out to John Destruction. Hold on. Shout out to John Destruction. I've got Morell by late stoppage in the 10th round. Jerry said, right. He should go the Tank route. Shakur, no, but I mean, it's not the same thing because Shakur and Tank are at the same weight. Canelo and David are not at the same weight. And David's the one who said he moved on, but he relishes the opportunity to rehatch the same subject before every fight. If you moved on, you would just say, yeah, I'm not answering questions about that guy. It's over. That's not what David... He literally told Marcos Villegas, I still hope that maybe I could get that fight. Like, bro, it's not one way. If you don't want to answer questions about a certain thing, go ahead. Then don't.
That shit, man. And it's like, look, He's been talking lately about the Zerto fight, and I'm like thinking to myself, it's like, dude, all right, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens this tomorrow. I'm assuming he does win, of course, but barring that, what is the point of hanging around at light heavyweight? He should have been.
Yeah.
He should have. To me, he should have been like campaigning as a cruiserweight. He's got the body for it, so fuck it.
But not the power, I guess. I mean, remember the cruiserweight division now is more tame than it was.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have made it in that Maris Briedis, Usyk, Gassiev.
Absolutely not.
Nah. Hell no.
These guys are strong, man. Like he has no advantage in some of these fights at cruiserweight.
Yeah, could you imagine him and Gassiev? Like, you're trying to box mid-range to inside with Gassiev. Yeah, you're getting laid out, bro.
Memo is gonna have to build him a fucking Hydro Lab to get him that.
Opataya is like a bigger, stronger Morell.
He's gonna need Bane Venom.
So the Ecuadorian was mentioning Zurdo.
Yeah, he's been mentioning him since. I mean, like the first earliest mentions I've seen. Even though I suspected they would go in that direction already, and I covered that in videos. But his father started blubbering about it in November of last year, at the time that they're en route to Morell,
No, but
and
I think
David's
it's gonna
already
be.
Good.
I think if he will be campaigning at cruiserweight, I think he will be all right with all that top quality sparring that he has been having for all these years. Yeah, Gennady Golovkin. Wow.
Oh yeah, he sparred Golovkin when he was 17. By the way, when he was 17. Did I mention that?
At heavyweight, fuck it.
Jules,
dude, I can only imagine.
Let me read the
Golovkin,
super chats. Jerry said Benavidez cares about his fans so much, it's refreshing.
What fans?
Yo, can I just say real quick? Hold on. Real talk. Benavidez actually has a better sparring resume than an actual pro fight resume.
Honestly, yeah.
Mind blown.
Oh shit, I got it.
Yeah, this dude sparred.
He's fucking the robot. I ain't gonna lie, I would have fucked the robot too. If it looks like Megan Fox, yeah, I'm fucking that shit, man. I don't care. Judge me. I don't give a shit. It's Megan Fox, bro. Man. It's Megan Fox,
what
bro.
What if it was made with Chinese technology?
Maybe some dim sum.
Then I'll know it's only gonna last about a month before it breaks down.
I'm surprised Julio didn't say Chinese steel and shit.
Hey, did you guys see that video of those three guys who were like kicking and picking on that AI robot and shit, and it was trying to walk away?
Oh yeah, passing
What the fuck was up with that, man?
It's just bored, bro. Rich kids,
Yeah, kids are dumb. Kids do dumb shit. Santiago said the meat rod and Jerry does is wild. It is though. Like that shit is crazy, bro. Like
this dude is literally he might like get outdone Mirage when it comes to like dick riding Dave.
Honestly, yeah.
Dude, Jerry's doing tricks on it. Like
yo, Mirage, step your dick riding game up, man. For real.
Just giving Mirage a run for his money, dog. Like for real.
He's doing tricks on it.
Yeah, like a Dunkin' Yo-Yo commercial.
Top rank top.
Yo.
Oh shit.
The bike ride.
Shout out to Boxing His Life. There's a clip. David said he doesn't need turkey. Send me that, brother. Send me that. I need that clip. Santiago said the fans that don't buy his pay-per-view, apparently, for real, like, what fans, bro?
You gotta let my man Jerry on the panel.
All that passion and no bread.
Come on, man.
Bro, you don't remember yesterday I sent him a link and he didn't even click the shit, bro?
I wasn't here yesterday. I don't know why.
You wasn't here? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. You was here.
Well, either. I was here briefly the day before yesterday.
This motherfucker, no, you know what the shit is? Michael literally joins the live so that he could go to sleep, bro.
Yeah. I don't understand why you joined this panel to be a narcoleptic, bro. You gotta stop that shit.
Me with that shit, bro. It puts me to sleep. What do you want me to say, man?
Michael's
Nah, yo, don't help him. You want to go to sleep hearing our voices, you fucking toddler.
See how you have to make it weird? See how you have to make it weird?
No, Jules, he went from hating Michael to sleeping Michael. Just before our eyes.
It's just that like whenever these lives come up, it's usually when I finish my day. So that's just how it is.
Now the
This
real
is not
question
tired.
is, Michael, if you were the guy in the what's the name of the movie? Subjugation? Would you
I don't
have
know.
fucked the robot, bro?
I don't know what movie that is. Is that a new movie?
The Megan Fox shit.
Oh, she's
She's fucking
the
robot,
bot.
but she's an iPhone in the fucking movie.
Nigga,
Bro.
you see that ass? What can I say? What do you expect me to say?
Okay, Michael.
Yo, that shit was from the heart, bro.
Fuck, I'm an ass guy now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh,
Natural
shit.
ass, bro. I can't help myself.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that was from the
right.
heart, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, like, it's hard not to go with David Benavidez just for common sense reasons. If you put a lot of the bullshit aside, I just cannot trust the guy who only has 11 fights, and look at who they were. I mean, come on, like, if you take away that WBA regular title that he held at super middleweight, right? He's basically a prospect.
But you know, I can honestly say that David hasn't fought anybody really his size other than Vosdick and the guy who put
Yeah,
him
and he was
down.
37.
And the guy who put him down, Graville.
Yeah,
Those
you're
are-
right.
every-
Because that
everybody
was a big
else-
guy too. That was a big
Everybody
guy
else
too.
was fucking, you know,
Don't
retired,
respect
past
fucking
it. You're small.
Yeah.
Bro, you fought David Lemieux, bro.
I'm
You
saying.
fought like that's crazy.
So, it's like no, and all I can say is I understand
Hey,
where
Andrade
people are
was
coming
defeated
from.
at that time. You can't take
I
that away
understand.
from
Yeah,
him.
but he was a
Come
super
on, bro. You can't
middleweight.
take it away from him.
Bro,
we
he
asked,
was a
we
super,
asked him to fight Andrade.
It's not that it's not that. It's that it's a good fight, but it's overdue. That was the whole point. That you should have been fight, bro. You remember that was 2 fights ago. That was his 27th fight, bro. So what the fuck have you been doing, bro? You should have been having fights like this. Shit. That was the point. You know, it's not even that it's a bad scalp, because I'm not saying it's a bad scalp. I'm saying for the reputation and for who they want you to be to the public, this resume don't have a lot on it. You got 29 fights, bro. 29.
I would say
For
that
better
the only
competition in
advantage,
sparring, bro.
I would say the only advantage he has going into this Morell fight is that he's gotten in more rounds. I don't know how Morell's gas tank is late. Did he gas out in that hot rod
He
fight?
gassed against
he
Kalajic.
did. He did, but it's just
Against Kalanick.
Kalanick. But the problem is that with Kalanick, you're chasing the guy is the thing. That it's what Julio said, that you're chasing a guy and you're missing punches. Well, you don't really have to chase David Benavidez, do you?
But I think Morell has more power than David.
We'll see, man.
Because
definitely more one punch power for sure.
He's putting guys out cold, bro. He's putting them out cold.
Not lately, but you know.
Not lately.
Bro, I
but
could
he only
literally
had one
see
fight at
David.
75, bro, to be fair.
David is literally gonna walk into something. You're gonna see him cross his legs and then just get hit with a big shot at least once in this fight.
And also,
Jerry
Gary,
said-
are you fucking retarded? They put the link in the chat all the time, bro. Just click it. God damn.
Jerry said one of your DB minions came to TBV and got ran out. Yeah, and you fucking clammed up when I sent you a link. The
Send
fuck?
him a link right now, bro. Send him a link.
Got you right now.
Jules, don't let him on here because
Yeah. Come
no,
on, Jerry.
let him on here. Shut up.
His back scrunched up like a cat when he
you
saw
know
the
what?
20-yard
Actually,
line.
no, it's fucking late. Like we got all of tomorrow to do that. Like I ain't
Yeah,
even
man.
I
Michael,
already
go to
did-
sleep,
We got
okay?
all tonight, bro. Come on, man.
Shout out to Don Juan. Is it just me,
It's
or
not even midnight.
does Jerry give vibes of that family relative that everyone watches their kids when he's around? Jerry's the kind of Uncle Weird dude from that live that you never uploaded. Yo,
Yeah.
come on now. I ain't gonna do him like that now. I ain't gonna do him like that. That's
What
fucked
live
up.
you
Come
never
on now.
uploaded?
Yeah, es el tío Chuy. Ten cuidado.
Cuidado, el cucú. Shit only works in the ring. Bro, in the ring IQ bubble, you be in that bubble a lot, bro. What I'm saying is affecting you because you keep coming back here for it. If you content on the outside the bubble, right, and everybody believe whatever you think outside the bubble, what you worried about me for? I know why. Because you know I'm going to be right. Your boy is not fighting the winner of Better Be versus B-Vault. And that's what I've been saying the whole time. That shit
Put
ain't
up
gonna
the
happen.
link, man. But Jerry, don't get on here yelling and shit. Just have a
Yeah,
conversation.
tell him.
Just,
Tell him
just
to use.
talk. Just
But
talk,
bro,
bro.
the shit is that there's no conversation. Think about it. Think about it. He jumps on. What is he going to talk about?
I don't know. I just like the Canelo slander. I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
all right. What he's mad at is because what he's mad at now is because I'm maintaining. Everybody knows this, that he's not going to fight the winner of Better Be versus Bivol. That's the point of
He's already
contention.
trying to fight Zerto. You see that shit?
Exactly.
That's nasty work.
And he don't like that I keep talking about it, but that's the articles that's getting published, literally from Boxing Scene to Ring Magazine. And before that, it was his daddy saying that in November. It's like he don't want me to talk about it. And what if I maintain this dude is not gonna fight the winner of? He's saying he don't need Turkey. He's saying he's a Vegas fighter. He's focused on America. He want to pop off here. These are all things he said in the buildup of this weekend's fight.
Hey, but wait, what if Bivol wins and then it's a trilogy?
I don't think it's gonna be a trilogy, to be honest.
Do we like immediate trilogies? Like, bro, we shouldn't we wait a little bit for that?
I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think that's gonna be a trilogy. To be real, Jerry said everybody loves watching slow train wreck. Bro, you the one crashing out.
Hey, speaking of trilogy, I'm actually excited about. Even though it's 2-0, I'm excited about that Katie versus Amanda.
Yeah,
I want that shit. I want that
have.
shit for 12 3-minute rounds. That's what I want.
Nah.
At Croke Park.
Yeah, Amanda gonna knock her out at home.
I mean, that's but
I know that's
I mean, like I'm saying, because you got to use something different now. You know, we seen the 10-2s. If you're gonna give us a third one, yeah, it should be for 12 3s. It should be. That's the only thing we ain't seen yet.
That's tough for Katie.
I'm saying.
Actually,
2-0.
maybe it could benefit her. No, actually, no. She's never
2-0. She 2-0. It's like if you really want to do it again for the bag, and let's be real, it's for the bag. It's because that is still the biggest fight for the both of them in the twilight years of their career. I completely get it, but there does need to be something different about this one. There does.
I could watch those two forever, bro. Them bitches be fighting.
I would say 30
Sandy,
minutes.
And Sandy and motherfucking Michaela about to fight again.
Yeah. I love an
Michaela-
immediate rematch. Hey, bro, Michaela's good for female boxing, man. I
Yo,
wish
she
could
is
run it
not
back.
for nothing. If you really think about it, the Hamadouche fight, the Baumgartner fight, the Jonas fight,
Yeah,
the
she
first
I hope
fight.
she runs it back with Jonas, bro.
She's not gonna get the
Nah,
chance.
I know
She's not
she
gonna
won't
get the
get- she
chance.
won't.
Lauren about to, and I love Natasha, but yeah, she about to get laid the fuck out, dog. Like,
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
no, she is, bro. She's gonna
It's
get
gonna be
knocked
it's
out.
gonna be like a UD.
Gonna get laid to rest. Like Jesus.
Nah.
Christ.
you ain't seen this big leg broad, bro. She's a
Well,
big
I
old
don't want to see
broad.
my girl. Natasha's been pissing me off, but I don't want to see her.
After that,
Yeah,
she got in that
I'm
last
saying, but
fight.
this is
Natasha's so
why.
cute, bro.
No, this is the real shit. This is why she should have fought Terry at 154 for undisputed when they had the chance, because you could have turned that into a trilogy, irrespective of what happened. You and Terry could have been in a bubble with each other where it's safe because y'all got each other. You chose to ignore her, even though y'all could have fought for undisputed. Now you out here. It's cool. You got a gift with Michaela, but that set you up to go fight Lauren. Lauren about to knock you out.
Yeah,
Well,
you
after
could have
that
just been in
fight
that undisputed bubble, and
Jonas had,
everyone would have.
after that last fight that Jonas had, where she got the gift and they gave her the title. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, like you should have just fought Terry at 154. Let that be a trilogy between y'all, right? That would have kept y'all busy so y'all don't got to deal with the other girls, the ones that's bigger than y'all, right? You don't end up going to welterweight, in other words. You would have been making money off of that, and that would have been big over there because they wanted to see that over there. Instead, you go to welter, which puts you on this path where you about to get knocked out, because I ain't even happy about that shit, but I'm like, yeah, Lauren's power is coming along. She about to knock you out, and she fast as fuck. So
I don't even understand that decision. You could have stayed at a lower weight class, fought for undisputed, and no one would be able to accuse you of ducking because you're fighting for undisputed.
Exactly. It's the perfect alibi.
She's playing games, bro. She has been for the last 2 years, to be honest with you.
Oh, damn.
Don Juan said, Jerry is what you get when you cross T.O. Senior and Benavidez Senior. Who does Jerry got? Full in a ball. Michael, if Benavidez fights the winner of Bivol or Better Beef, will you eat ass then? What do you say, Michael?
I don't know why this guy always has my name. Why, bro?
He'll
What is
probably
what's this?
snore before he ever eats ass, man.
Nah, not for nothing.
Yeah.
Michael is
I
one of
will
the most
snore on
common
the
names
ass,
in
bro.
Toronto, bro. So
I'll
I mean,
I'll snore on
it's
the
funny,
ass,
Michael.
bro. That's why.
Very funny.
Snore on the ass.
That ain't gonna be snoring. That's gonna be a fart.
for real, that's gonna be a fart, bro.
That'd
get
be as
pink
close
eye,
to
bro.
eating ass as you ever got, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I don't want to, so yeah.
Yeah, yo, shit.
He's so honest. You could be saying,
I don't know
you could
what
be
y'all
saying
want me
just,
to say,
oh
bro.
shit, I eat
What
ass
you-
and all that shit. Nobody will be bugging you anymore. But you have to be honest. Right?
He has his pride, bro. He's got his pride. You know,
shit.
got his fucking pride.
This motherfucker got pride, but go to sleep on the live.
I will
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, like Terry's in a tough spot, dog. Because if Carolyn don't get your ass, Beatrice will get your ass. So she's in a tough spot.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Terry, bro, she's gonna get knocked out by one of them.
The only hope she has is there's a girl from El Paso, Texas, that's about to fight for the vacant WBA. Terry could go after her, unify, buy some time, but you still in the same spot. If you got 2 belts, that's 2 more reasons for Beatrice to come after you or Carolyn to come after you. So I feel for her, but yes, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. What can she do, man? Retire? She's young.
Avoid getting hit.
Yeah.
It'd be better if she fights Caroline
As much as
than
possible.
Beatrice. I think Beatrice would do her worse than Carol.
Yeah, Beatrice.
Who?
The shit is
Serrano?
yo, the real
Yeah,
shit is
Carolina.
the
Carolina.
real shit is how scared Carolyn is of Beatrice. That shit is crazy. Like you can see, yo, she
I
really
don't even want to
scared.
talk about her,
Bro,
She
they
don't
bring
want-
her
Right,
up.
when she talked
Her
about it,
her
you know
back
what I mean?
her back scrunched up like a cat when they asked her about Beatrice Herrera, bro.
For, yo, on some real shit, like she stood up and all that. Like
Her hair
I
started
don't-
going up.
I mean, on some
Start
real shit,
hair
can you
raising and
blame
shit. You know what I mean?
on some real shit? Can you blame her? Like, I don't want none of that.
Yeah,
I mean, like you know,
You're
that Beatrice, like punch for
Box
punch, Beatrice does punch harder than Carolyn because they got a common opponent. Girl went the distance with Carolyn. That Argentinian girl was getting fucked up by Beatrice, dog.
Beatrice doesn't have a belt right now, no. Right?
No, she do. She got the IBF.
Oh shit, yeah, it's over.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dubois, she's the only that has a chance against Ferreira right now.
Yep.
On that division.
Yep.
So if you don't want to fight her, what the fuck is she gonna do?
Yo, Jules. Speaking of Carolyn's relative, her brother, do you think Dubois is gonna dummy Parker in 3 rounds, as he's saying?
Well, I don't know about 3 rounds, but I do have Daniel winning that
Bro,
fight.
Luis, you said that before, bro. Why you using recycled jokes out here, bro?
Mike, the type of dude
Yo,
that cries
like,
after
you
having
said
sex.
that before, bro.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Hey, Michael. Hey,
Oh
you being
shit, this chat is
being
so
the-
fucking cruel, man. I don't-
Michael lays toilet paper. Michael puts toilet paper down on the toilet seat before taking the shit.
Wait. You don't do that when you use a public restroom?
I was about to say, who does
Fuck
it?
no.
La
I don't take shit
guerra,
in public restroom.
la guerra de tierra, la guerra de tierra caliente. Good night, ladies. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, I don't think.
I don't know.
Put my man Jerry on the panel, bro. This is racism. That's what this shit is.
Bro, you want Jerry phone number? Jerry, send him your
This is
phone number.
racism.
Bro, send Jerry
This is
send him your phone number.
This is
He wanna
anti. I
talk
don't know
to
where
you.
Jerry's from. Is Jerry Mexican? I
Y'all
don't know
y'all
where
get
he's
together,
from.
talk about how much you hate Canelo.
Come on, man. Come on. I
He
don't
want
hate
he want to fall asleep on the phone with Jerry, bro.
Yeah, we want to snore in his ass.
No, you cannot.
Hey, yo, what the hell?
Let me go eat, bro. I'm out of here, bro.
Michael goes to bed with curlers in his head.
Oh shit.
We got talking about like.
Yo, y'all seen Hitchens go on a live with a bonnet? Yo, you
Oh yeah.
bugging.
What is wrong, yo?
You
That's
bugging,
Yo,
like,
I'm surprised he didn't have the fucking avocado cream around his face or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah,
fucking,
mask.
The cucumber,
Yeah,
like all you needed was the cucumbers in your eyes,
He,
bro.
he had his,
Face
Nah,
mask.
like,
and he had his acrylic nails on. He had his acrylics
shit.
on.
Yo, well, check
Where
it
is
out.
Hitchens
It's not even.
from?
Well,
Where is
check it
Hitchens
out.
from?
It's not. Yo, look, you probably wear a bonnet to keep your braids from getting fuzzy. I ain't mad at you, but you shouldn't be on camera like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
You
Yep.
shouldn't be on
Is
camera
there
like
nothing else to like wear other than a bonnet?
do-rag
No,
is where
no,
you're
you wear.
supposed to rock,
Now
bro.
you right, Julio.
The
You could wear a
do-rag is what
do rag. You could wear a stocking cap. You trying to be Medea out here, and it was a cheetah print. Fucking
Oh,
bro.
hell.
Oh
my
my
God.
god!
No,
This
Yo,
dude's
did
got
she have,
chunky heels
yo,
in his
did
closet.
Richard,
bro.
did Ri-
That's
what,
what
yo,
it's
was
supposed
Richard
to.
wearing the fucking, like, the
You're
grandma
supposed to
gown?
get the silk do-rag.
Yes,
Yeah, he was
bro.
wearing he was wearing a pearl.
no,
He was
at
wearing
that
a
point,
pearl
you-
necklace.
Yo,
at
it-
that
He was
point,
wearing
you
a pearl.
Bro, it's in New York, bro. You can get a do-rag anywhere in New York, bro.
ain't that dude
Yo,
Asian?
nah, but you know what the real shit is? I think that
But he's
motherfuckers
from New
get.
York, so it
I
makes
think
sense.
no, you can't say that. You can't say because everybody don't do that. What I think it is certain motherfuckers get comfortable in certain behaviors. Like, what you trying to be fancy out here, bro? You literally got
He
bro.
hangs
You
out with
literally
Javante,
got
bro.
you
Look,
got a cheetah print bonnet, my dude. Who are you,
no
Peggy
He
disrespect,
hangs out with
no disrespect
Javante,
to
bro.
nobody, but this is how you can see, bro. Some
Makes
people were
sense,
raised
man.
by their mothers in a bad way.
Him
Yeah,
and
They were
Javante
raised
are
by their
friends,
mothers
bro.
in the bad way.
yeah. I agree with it because it's
No
like yo,
disrespect.
because the real shit is you would do right. Who you seen doing that made you think that's right? Who you seen?
Your mom.
It had to be your mom. It had to be. That's what you got. Because you really
And
out
no
here in the
disrespect, because
world.
not all single moms are like that.
No, but you hit the nail on the head. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what happened, bro. Like you trying to be like your mom out here, bro. You really out here with
Yeah, but I was raised by a single mother. Even I know to walk the do-rag.
The satin
he's-
robe.
Yo, the shit is he probably got a bonnet on right now. Mike, cam up, Mike.
Come on,
Cam
bro.
up right
Come
now.
on, bro.
Cam
Oh,
up right now.
shit.
I bet he won't. I bet he
damn.
won't.
This snitched on himself.
Well, motherfucker start snoring right now.
That motherfucker got a pearl necklace with a pink bonnet on right now.
Michael's wearing his
All I know
bloomers.
is that whenever you see some gay shit, you just know motherfuckers from New York, bro. Which is 9 out
Yo,
of 10
you
times.
saying that
They're
shit, but
from
you
New
wearing
York,
a bonnet,
bro.
my dude. You
Come
wearing
on,
a
man.
bonnet right now.
Bro, the
Prove
only
me
thing
wrong.
missing was FaceTime with
Going
Tank.
Obama.
Probably got
Jules,
the
Yeah, but
Amazon
but
size and everything.
listen, real
They're
shit.
wearing matching
describing
bonnets.
that
Yeah,
outfit
but
on
the
Michael,
real
man,
shit is
you're
that
getting a boner.
all them dudes got like not for nothing. A lot of them super gangster dudes got girl tendencies, bro. Like look at Javante. He threatening people online at the same time. You silky smooth in the shit, bro, with the little flip
Oh,
flops and shit.
remember at that Ryan Garcia press conference, he had like a lime green purse in
Yeah,
full
with
view of
a
everyone.
pink mink. With a pink mink. Bro,
excuse
like
you,
He was dressed like
excuse you.
this dude is dressed like Cruella DeVille, acting like a
Excuse you,
gangster.
It was a man bag. How dare you?
all he needed was 101 Dalmatians, bro. And he is Cruella DeVille.
Dude, honestly, the gayest shit that Javante has ever done, he keeps doing, is deleted their tweets.
Exist.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's it's when that white boy was interviewing him, and he was literally playing in his toes, like he was literally
Yeah, it
like
is.
playing with his little ass feet. And it's like,
Oh.
yo, like you're like, do you feel it in your toes, my dude? What is happening here? Why you standing like that, bro?
Motherfuckers
You know what's
told
funny?
me squirting and shit.
I seen Little Bow Wow do that shit when he tried to take photos. I think that's what he was doing, trying to size up or some shit.
Nah, no,
He must be a short guy.
no,
pic
he
or
had
something.
butterflies in his stomach because you got to look at how he's looking at the dude, bro. The shit was wild.
Right. I know.
Listen,
That was
I know the video is bad quality, but that video of him and Broner, bro, I think that shit's real, bro.
Nah, it is real, bro.
That
What the
shit
fuck?
is
It ain't
real.
fake, bro. We all seen the shit, bro.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Tank definitely wears mesh crop tops for sure.
Bro, that dude
There's a mesh crop top somewhere in his closet.
Adrian took him to the prom, bro.
Took him to Lululemon.
You saying he popped his cherry?
I'm saying, bro. Ever
Are you
since
saying
then,
he was-
ever
are you saying he was
since
pretty
then,
in pink?
I'm saying, ever since then, Tank been on his shit, bro, on his sugar tank shit, bro. Like, and he don't give a shit. You didn't see the shit that he tweeted, B? The dude said bitches be fucking with a gay dude and don't even know it. It's like, yo, who are you talking about?
Wow,
bro?
how do you know? I wonder who that is.
He,
What are we
Nobody
referring
made
to?
that shit up. That was
Talking
real.
about
Bro, that's
himself,
like
bro.
that's like the Zodiac killer writing a note. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, motherfucker, that's you doing
That's
that.
projecting, bro. It's projecting.
no, that dude is coming one step closer to reaching his George Michael's. Be like, it is what it
That's
is.
like a
Have
Zodiac
faith.
killer note.
Yo, guys, remember when Gervonta rolled into that ring?
Go on.
No.
There's more to the story, right?
No. I just remember that. I was
Hey, do you guys remember that time?
man.
You remember that time?
Yeah.
Oh man, where is this going?
Yeah.
No, I know. No, wait, it just hit me. I know what Rick is talking about. He talking about the time that he did he did the sassiest combat role in the history of combat roles,
Did
bro.
he have
Like
a purse with him when he did it?
bro, he looked like he was gonna roll into some pink nail polish, bro. He just ran in there being weird and shit. I know that was the last fight, I think, to Frank Martin. He did
He did a combat sachet.
Combat sachet, bro. Like I remember that. I'm saying, bro, like he just bro, we know what time he on, bro. He on that zesty crouton time, bro. Zesty crouton. You know what I'm saying?
Sassoons.
I don't have any animosity for those people. I just think it's funny because I have a friend that at one time in high school, I was taking a piss in the bathroom, and then I look up and I see a guy look at me, and immediately it goes away. Who was it? It was this guy, and this is a typical macho man on the other shit. And then a couple of years later, I heard that he got a little bit too drunk, and he was playing with another dude, like kissing him.
Okay,
and I was like,
Is there
okay,
a point to this story, Leo? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Just tell us you had gay sex. It'd be a lot easier to get to the point.
I know, gotta land the plane, brother. You went cool, Leo, I guess.
He said, so one thing led to another, and nah, I ain't even gonna say that shit.
No.
God.
Cock and then what else?
And let him finish the
Hey, you want to meet me in the bathroom, man?
I had a gay experience when I was in high school.
Leo, go ahead. Leo, tell the story.
I'm invested now. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that it's all good with that guy. If he was, I know where his interests are going to, but he does what he does. I just think it's funny that because he's still to this day he denies all of occur. He denies the incident and denies it. And I was like, okay, dude, whatever. Do your thing. I just think it's funny when people don't want to recognize it.
Because there's a stigma. There is a stigma that, you know, and he's expected to behave a certain way because of where he comes from. You know, it's just the same old, really, because it would be very uninteresting if he just came out and said it, right? It would stop being interesting. If he were being honest about it, the reason that people still say something about it is because they know you're hiding it and you're doing a very bad job of hiding it. That's what people are really accenting. If you just came out and said it like that Orlando Cruz guy, nobody would really give a shit.
He's doing everything but saying, "Oh yeah, I had gay sex by accident."
Yeah, there's gonna be rainbows shooting out of his eyes this time.
It'll be riding a unicorn while it happens.
I had a homoerotic experience.
He's snoring on someone's
Dude.
ass.
Dude, I tripped and fell right into a gay man's ass. My bad.
No, I mean that's gonna be
What an accident.
honestly. You know what's gonna happen? There's gonna be an OnlyFans video, and bruh, it's gonna be like that Destiny shit. The Destiny dude that they said it's gonna be some shit like that. Watch. And then
How is he gonna play it off?
He's not, bro.
He's
gonna be like, oh, what? How did I get there? Oh, I'm so clumsy. I'm sorry.
No, he's gonna do that. That's not me. That's my.
This cock accidentally ended in my mouth. Oh, I'm so clumsy. I'm such a ditzy guy.
His neck is gonna twist his neck all up, and it's gonna fucking get crazy out here, B.
I don't understand that Destiny shit. Was he snitching on himself?
He was sucking your
that he did
cock.
all that shit?
No.
What's not to understand?
Look, here's the thing. What I think
he recognized that he did all that shit.
What I think Destiny was doing, right? He was only posing as a dude that's into girls because people might not have been as receptive to his political views if they knew that it's really all just centered around your orientation. That's why you're so far on the left. Because remember, this dude really pretended he liked girls, and bro, you don't like girls, bro. And then the motherfuckers could tell you don't like girls, bro. Like, remember he was getting cucked out supposedly, bro. It wasn't no cuck shit. You wasn't doing nothing with that bitch. You don't like these bitches, bro. Like anybody could see that, bro. Like remember he had like a blonde joint or something like that, and she ended up leaving him for another dude. It's like you was pretending. All of that was an act so that people would hear you out. Because if they felt that the only reason you have the political views you have is because of your sexual orientation, they're less likely to listen to you. They are. They will be like, bro, you just saying that shit because you want to do A, B, C, and D.
Jules, are you saying that it was all a grift?
Yes. The
No,
whole
but
thing.
I can't
we're
believe
talking
that.
about the filming. That she was filming girls. He was filming girls that he was having sex.
You think
That's
he
what
was
you
in?
were talking?
I think the opposite, actually. Like, I think he's pretending to be gay to fit in. Like, everyone's so fucking gay now. Like, I think he's like trying to buy into that audience.
No, I think that look, there ain't nothing masculine about that dude, my dude. Like, bro, like that dude is.
You're named after a stripper.
Yeah, but in a very general sense, all the things that you would say make someone masculine and manly, like, yeah, he don't have none of that shit, dog. That dude
he's
is
a guy named
smoothie,
Destiny.
bro. Yeah, like
He's a guy named Destiny.
with blue hair, bro.
This dude has a full beard named Destiny.
Bro, that dude is built like Lomachenko with a Hergovic-sized head, bro.
Nah, those fucking those friends, man. Like
Man,
that.
don't
Fuck
do that to
out here.
Lomachenko, man. Don't do that to Lomachenko.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Don't got no
He has
fucking
muscle
flat abs.
definition.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like that's a weird dude. And I did see a ideological debate between him and Jordan Peterson where they were talking about the evils of the pharmaceutical companies. Obviously, Destiny, like, bro, like you gotta be pretty fucking far gone to be arguing in favor of the pharmaceutical companies. You honestly think they're on
He was
our
raised
side?
on pharmaceuticals, bro. And
He
to be
is
fair,
Yeah, you got to think, bro. He's probably been taking pills since he was like 12 years old. Like,
like when you see his jawline like move like so like suddenly, yeah, you got like Percocet mouth or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Some shit. Don Juan said, Jules, if you watch the Diddy documentary on Max, Diddy wasn't picking up Tank like a little kid. After that, he started. Nah, it goes before that because the Broner shit is from way before that, bro. The Broner shit, I think, is from what, 2019? When they was partying hard, getting liquored up and oiled up with each
They
other.
had too much to drink.
They were oil wrestling.
Bro, in the tub of mayonnaise, bro. Fuck.
Fucking doing
Jesus Christ.
going back
In a tub of Hellman's mayonnaise.
He literally told Whisper I wish I could quit you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just can't quit you, Adrian Broner.
Jesus
Oh shit! But the shit is, but the shit is, he's literally gonna end up like Adrian, and I already see it. You're gonna lose all the money. You're gonna lose all the money. You're gonna end up just like that guy, and you're gonna be in front of a 7-Eleven in Baltimore in 7 years' time.
Yep. You know who I for sure will be broke is the Cuban the one that fought Earl.
Ugas.
Ugas. Oh
bro.
yeah, forget it, bro.
That motherfucker has a nice ass watch. His glasses are nice.
Bro,
Like,
de verdad, you know why he's gonna be broke? Cause he keep dating all these fine ass bitches that they out of your league, my dude. That looks expensive. You need to be dating a fat bitch.
How you get
go
bitches
watch
with no eyebrows?
go watch the Showtime documentary in the lead up to the Ugas Spence fight. Bro, the whole part of the Ugas section of the documentary is just lifestyle shit. Like he's in a robe. There's no training, just in a robe in a big ass house. He's flexing everything.
No,
Like,
but
yeah,
look
that
at the
dude's gonna
look at the bitches he be dating. Like them bitches is making off like bandits. Like he not even with the bitch that he was with in that fight, right? Yeah, they broke up. It's old for that. And you know she got some money out of this shit, and he still don't got no eyebrows. It's like Ugas, you
And
gotta wise up, man.
he has fought some good fighters to make good money. He fought Sean, he fought Manny, he fought Earl. Like I know you made over a good 2-3 million. I'm pretty sure you're down.
By now, yeah, because you keep it's simple, bro. You let fucking these bitches drive you crazy. I could tell. I think all of us are different, and I think that you let fucking these bitches drive you crazy because you could fuck that bitch and then dip. You know, you wife the bitches and lifestyle the bitches and try to housewife the bitch. It's like, are you fucking crazy? Do you know how expensive this shit is, bro? You should just be fucking fat bitch, bro. On some real shit.
You should be in and out like some shoestrings, just in and
For
out.
real, my dude. Like you
Yeah,
are
just
bugging.
pay a hooker. It'll last longer.
Nah, but you want to know that I think that more people need to explore that possibility. More athletes need to explore that alternative because what you're doing is far more taxing. It
Go
is
rub one
far
out.
more taxing.
Go rub one out, bro. You'll be alright.
No, and the other shit is you shouldn't have to spend to get some pussy anyway. That's crazy to me. Like, yo, y'all really
No,
out
but
here.
No.
That's bugging.
we-
Like,
Develop
y'all
a
gonna be
personality.
real, if we're
What's
gonna
with
be
these
real,
Baltimore
some
athletes?
of this,
No, what's go ahead,
if
go
we're
Leo.
gonna be real, some of these girls, most of these girls that be going around with these athletes, they are hookers, but they say the right things, and these motherfuckers get played.
Look at Devin.
Because a lot of these athletes are cornballs, dude. A lot of these athletes are cornballs. I'll tell you a
yo,
story. I work at a really tough school, the place I live. One of the kids on the basketball team, I don't know how he managed it, but he's friends with this NBA player named Miles Bridges. I've been around this guy a couple times. He's like dumb as a bag of bricks. Like the dude has no social skills and he's like worth millions. He's super popular. He's a buffoon in real life. Like no charisma, nothing interesting about him.
and a lot of athletes are like that is the thing because they're focused on what they doing. Like it's a story as old as time, you know. And when you got a woman that look like that, and you really think she like you for you, or you don't realize it soon enough that you know she doesn't like you for you, right? I mean, yes, she'll suck your dick, she'll do all the cool shit, but you could get a lot of bitches to do that with a couple of jokes, man. For real, like
Bro,
with a
like
couple of jokes.
I hate to say it, but Devin is like the number one example. You could tell he was like a guy who was not successful with women and he got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now he kind of
And now you like the bitch. I seen the bitch that's supposed to be his BM, and I'm like, that's too much women for you, brother. It's too much.
Yep.
It's too much. You can't handle that joint.
You don't have enough eyebrows to handle her.
You can't control her.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Your
saying
other
it.
girl was visiting other men in jail. Like, come on, bro.
It's like
No,
the
but
type of dude she into. You're not really that dude, and you could tell though. Like you could, bro. You're nothing against him because in a general sense, he's a man. He's a young man, but to her, you're a little boy. To her, yeah, you're like a little boy.
She's like
that's the
32.
that's the other thing, Julius. Look, I understand some of these motherfuckers are dumb as fuck, but at some point you have to give credit to these bitches that can be playing all these other guys, all these famous, all these guys. It has to be more than sucking someone's dick. It has to be saying some. She has to be saying some
No, they
shit
feel
to get
they
this.
feel, bro. The shit is that these guys, right? Like these dudes, right? They maybe don't have the same view of these bitches that somebody else might have, honestly, right? They feel validated because the bitch is hamming it up for them. They feel validated. They feel seen. You see what I'm saying? They don't see the hustle. That it's just a hustle, man. Yeah, she'll suck your dick. Of course she will because she's
Bro.
trying to get a Birkin bag.
Also,
Of course
Leo,
she
And
will.
and that's the thing
you're
to me. Oh god.
No, I was just gonna say, Leo, you're giving these athletes way too much credit for genius. Just like because to go to a different sport in hockey, they had their union try to debate like players' rights and shit, and their deal was so bad. These rich ass hockey players who could afford lawyers, their deal was so bad that during the pandemic, they ended up owing the owners money. The players owed the owners money.
Wow.
Like the athletes are not smart.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, I look at his dad where I'm like, yeah, I don't care how well you brought him up in the game and how much money you were able to get him, bro. As a man, as a young man, like if your
Failed him.
father didn't teach you not to debase yourself for a woman, your father failed you. Straight up, because
I
there's some
think
guys who grow up without fathers that have to learn that lesson. Like if you don't teach a young man that lesson, like yo, don't ever debase yourself for fucking sexual gratification or for a woman. Don't
yeah,
ever do
like because the thing is that by the time you realize it, like I don't know, like I said, all of us are different. All of us have different luck and different experiences. But once you get older, you're gonna realize, yo, you did that for pussy, boy. You did all that for pussy. All that
Yeah.
money, that was just for fucking pussy, bro. And then you'll see how you'll feel stupid. Hopefully it happens sooner than later, but eventually you're gonna wake up. So you did all that for some fucking pussy, bro. There's
Hopefully he
nothing.
got. Hopefully he got a prenup.
Nah, knowing him, he probably didn't. These dudes are morons, bro. Like for real, like it's what Lee like I think it's Jason that said it. Like, yeah, these dudes are morons. They are. You really doing all that for some top?
Can't blame the bitch for playing him, bro.
No, you can't because it's out there. Like they're too easy to play. Is what it is. But it's surprising that Devin has a father that claims to be a pimp, and your son is getting pimped.
Yeah, your son's the trick.
Ironic.
Kind of.
She saw a sucker and licked it.
No,
Like,
but it's like I don't care how many millions you gave you got your son, bro. Like you don't teach him the basics of life. Like, come on, what is fatherhood even for?
Destiny trying to debate with Jordan Peterson is like a Lamborghini against a Ford Escort in a drag race. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Destiny is the escort. That dude is a weirdo, bro. That dude is.
He is an escort.
That out.
But yeah, like those are basic. And you know what the shit is? It's like maybe he don't get that attention because that's the other thing I'll be thinking at. Like, well, if you're a guy and you just don't know how to get that attention off of general principles or your general air, your general being, because it is difficult for some. Yeah, it is. Like, you know, it's awkward for guys in general. I think it's more awkward for guys than it is for girls. So Devin don't look like he that popular with broads. You dress really fucking weird, bro.
You could tell just by hearing him talk. Like Devin isn't a particularly charismatic person.
No, he is not.
Like,
he's not witty.
Yeah.
You know, like you like really when I hear him talk, I literally just see like, yo, you trying to sound like Mayweather. You trying to talk like Mayweather. You know what I mean? And
well, can you at least dress like Mayweather and not like a fucking character from Karate Kid with all the skeletons and shit?
He talks like his handlers showed him how to have interviews by showing him Mayweather video.
Yeah, and he's got like mannerisms, like he's got Mayweather-isms. Like the whole thing is cringe, you know? It's cringe. But then
I'm sorry to interrupt, but remember when he was in the press conference with Ryan Garcia and he got in his case about the weed smoke? I'm like, dude, you sound like a fucking Dare program. Like the kids smoke weed. It is what it is. You're fucking lame.
Fucking Ryan, for all of his faults, because he's a fucking moron. I could tell. Yeah, he pull these bitches, man. He don't got to say a lot. He just say a couple of stupid Ryan Garcia isms, and he and some that I do respect about Ryan. I do respect that he gonna get some pussy. You'll get that.
Doing what I do.
It's more natural.
Devin,
bro. Anytime you see a Muslim with
that shit
tattoos,
was mean, bro. Like when I heard that shit, I was like, doing what I do. All day I was doing that shit, like doing that shit. He got something, bro. Like
and
he got something, bro.
And he was dressed nice when he did. Like he had the little white suit on, the white blazer. Like he
swag.
was good doing that. Meanwhile,
it's called swag.
Highly favored. Bless. Highly favored. I was like, yo, this motherfucker, like he got something, B, because he blessing highly favored.
And it said Devin is dressed like a fucking Kingdom Hearts character with the mischief boots and shit. Like, come on.
Bro, like he dressed like he in Fallout or something. Like
he dresses like a hip hop genie. Like if the genie was a rapper.
He had them big ass shoes. I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck you doing, bro. You go with whatever they tell you to go with. That's what it looked like you doing. If they tell you these big goofy ass shoes is the shit, you gonna run out and buy them, irrespective of how you feel, because you don't know how to feel. You're a kid.
He dresses like someone. He dresses like someone from Pokemon.
Yeah, he about to catch them all.
He's like with all those sunglasses. To me, he's like if the Zohan and Blade was one person.
Motherfucker got combo boots with shorts on and shit.
Yo, the motherfucker really had bell bottoms with some big ass, with them big ham sandwiches. It's like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he's like gay Blade.
No, he goes.
Blade.
He goes to the boxing ring with fucking pockets in his little boxing jorts. Like, what are you doing, buddy?
For real, he had the fucking what's that shit? The flash dance socks in the Ryan Garcia fight. Had the flash dance socks and shit. The
the
roll up
Uggs.
shits.
Construction or
you really
something
out,
like that.
you really out here
That's
shooting these shits in a
embarrassing,
pair
man.
of Uggs, bro.
Yeah, he makes designer clothing look like Walmart clothes. You know what I mean?
No, and all that shit is just like honestly, like this, the fit. It's like some things you gotta forgive because people are young, and you gotta let them be young. You know what I mean? It's just that when I was young, I wasn't doing shit like that.
It wasn't too feminine.
Yeah, and you ain't gotta I stand by a couple of jokes. You in there, a couple of jokes, couple of well timed, and bitches love when you get sarcastic with them. Don't get sarcastic with them. Crazy.
Oh, women love play fighting.
Yeah, banter.
Yeah, like they fucking love that shit. So the fact that you gotta be out here paying mortgage payments basically to these bitches, that's crazy to me. Like, yo, you bugging. This is easy, bro.
You got to take out a reverse mortgage on your house in order to afford pussy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got APR and all that shit. Like, yo, you're bugging,
Who told him that it would be cool to post a picture of him kissing a woman's feet? Like, bro, what the fuck?
Man, el tipo, when all this shit with his bitch was coming out that she visited so-and-so and all that bullshit, he posted a picture of himself on a bed with a bag. Like, you don't see how because you're unbothered, I guess, right? That's what you're trying to tell us?
Remember when Spence was eating the strawberries in bed? It started reminding me of that.
Man. Oh my god.
Yeah, but at least Spence was joking when he did that shit.
Was he though?
He was. You're right. You're right. But
He wasn't
sort of
joking. His excuse is he was on drugs, but he wasn't joking.
Devin
Dude, and then all the videos of him with like Charlo and Tank when they're like hanging out, he's like always very sassy.
Bro, Devin got a resting bitch face. He's the only dude with a resting bitch face, basically. Like, I don't know who you trying to be, bro. You're not trying to be no guy I know. I don't know who you trying to be.
Hitchens with the bonnet. Man, what's going on?
Cause it's just I don't like I said, young people gonna do young things, and you know that young people are into fads. When I was a kid, there was a bunch of kids when Crisscross came out
fads with a G.
With their clothes backwards. Remember Crisscross? And I was one of I ain't doing that dumbass shit.
Nah, it looks stupid. The sagging pants, I wasn't with that.
Crisscross make you jump like y'all are bugging.
No, if Hitchens was gonna do that, if Hitchens was gonna do that, he should have gone the full 9. Should have the cucumbers on the eyes, the bonnet on the head, like hire an actress to like do his nails. Just
you
go
should have had a
the whole 9,
Korean
man.
joy. Yeah, you get to go to the Korean ladies, get your nails done. Fuck it, because you really out here Medea it up, bro.
I mean,
bro, that's how Alicia Baumgartner goes live. Like,
you're from New York, bro. Like, what you think about Cam and Peak?
Honestly, people overinflate that. Overinflate that because they weren't there. That Cam did that. Don't get it twisted. And there were some people. But when that's the ambassador of Harlem to you on the outside looking in, you really gonna think everybody on Broadway is running around with that. You really gonna think everybody on 7th and 8th and Lenox, you gonna like, nah. There were a couple of people, couple of dorks, couple of wannabes, of course, like any other hood where somebody's doing something. But it wasn't like that, bro. It wasn't a pink wave like that, And he could get away with
What was your style like?
My style, I wore flight jackets in that time. And in that time, when that was going on, the Beef and Brox had just came out. So I was spending a lot of money on that, on matching my Beef and Brox, because there were all type of different styles. There was blue, obviously brown and green, obviously the orange joints. And I was spending my money on that. What I was wearing at that time, when everybody was wearing pink, was Beef and Brox and bomber jackets. That's what I was wearing.
Yo, you remember bear jackets?
Of course. You remember First Downs?
First
Parasucos? First Downs, Parasucos, Merms, all that bullshit. Pele jackets.
Pele, yeah, I remember that shit.
Right?
Avarex, even though you gotta sell drugs to get that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't got no motorcycle wearing motorcycle jackets. That's Harlem.
What about starter jackets?
Yeah, motherfuckers wore those too. But one of
That's for the sporty guys.
the staples of Harlem, I would say, were Averex jackets or Pele Pele jackets. That's a staple of Harlem. Bomber jackets, you know, with the default bomber jacket is the black one with the orange inside. I think everybody in Harlem at some point in their life had that jacket with the orange inside, or the green one with the orange inside. And a pair of Constructs. When it wasn't Constructs, it was Icy Whites. It was a pair of Air Forces. But that was kind of like the uniform. Those were the go-tos. And
What
when
the fuck are Constructs? I'm sorry.
Constructs are Timberlands.
Oh, and what is Beef and Brox? What is that?
Beef and Brox are the two-tone Timberlands that you see. They're a field boot. That's really for hiking. I don't think people in Harlem really
Is there any
realize.
mountains
Yeah,
in Harlem?
actually there is. There's Saint Nick Mountain. There is a mountain. There literally is a mountain. There literally is a mountain. It separates what is it? Amsterdam from Saint Nick. It's literally a mountain. Literally. It's not Mount Everest.
Probably
But it is
Saint
a
Nick and Edgecombe, I think.
Yeah, Saint Nick and Edgecombe. Yeah. But there is a mountain. And yeah, man. You know, but every place has their stuff. You know, where you got bomber jackets and Timberlands in New York, you got Chuck Taylors and the shit the essays wear on the West Coast. They got their own shit.
Cortez.
Nike Cortez. Oh, I grew up with Nike Cortez.
Yeah, you know.
Love Nike Cortez.
Did you also wear the long socks?
Nah, I was wearing like cargo.
Nah, you're a Democrat, bro. Go ahead and say it.
Oh, you got to think though. I grew up in the 2010s, so I had like cargos and like jean jackets. That was our thing, and like snapback hats.
Yeah, like the thing when I was young, the Parasucos had just come out, and these jeans had colors on them. At this time, the gang scene had just burst into New York. So you had a lot of the Latin King guys, they would wear the 2 yellow stripes. You had to be careful. Like, it's not exaggerated. You had to be careful in them days. There was Parasucos with the red stripe and Parasucos with the blue stripe. And yo, shit really went down off of stupid shit. Like, yeah, shit really went down off of shit like that, man.
Back in our day, we used to have like Pendletons and Sir jackets and then derbies. All kinds of shit like that, man.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
I remember Dickies was huge in like the urban Hispanic community. Like
remember Iceberg, those overpriced Iceberg shirts that had Looney Tunes carried. Like, yo, they really would charge you $100 for an oversized T-shirt.
Well, with the
diamonds I would just walk past on 145th.
Yeah, on 4th, Player Sport.
Yep.
Fucking yeah, next to the jewelry store.
Back in the neighborhood, it was like the Latino crowd wore Dickies, and then like the white boys wore Ben Davis. It was a trip.
Yeah, man. I remember Echo. That used to be a brand. Echo.
Yeah.
Fubu. What was another brand? It was Fubu. It was Guess. Guess was a
Fat Farm.
Every Dominican still wears Guess.
Oh, Fat Farm. Like, my farm was fat than them up. That was I ain't gonna front. I fucked with some Fat Farm. My farms was fat. My farm was fat.
By the time I came up, like, yeah, kids were getting made fun of for like Fubu and Fat Farms.
Yeah, that's true. No,
I think about 2002.
Well,
like my era.
Nah, not 2002.
They
I would
sold
say
Fubu though.
it ain't for us by us anymore,
6,
motherfucker.
7, 8.
The funk.
I would say, yeah,
No, it ain't.
around 2008, that's when that shit really, really fell off. Like Carl Kanai and all that bullshit. Azure, Academics.
Nautica's cool. I still like Nautica.
Yeah, but Nautica was.
Hey, when
Nautica
did Sean
was
John come out?
2003, 2000.
Yeah, and
So,
Sean John
late
was
90s.
popping. Sean John was popping when it came out. It was popping. Like I had
99.
some Sean John shit.
I
that
remember 2003.
It was
People
expensive
were really wearing G on this shit.
shit. That's where I drew the line. I didn't wear that.
The shoes.
I drew the
and
line
shit.
with that.
What about Rockaware?
I wore Rockaware. I did wear that.
I did as well.
But only
As a
because,
little
like I
kid.
said, it wasn't. Oh, I'll fuck with. It's just the shit was nice. They made nice shit. They
Man,
literally made nice shit.
the only time I wore Rockaware is when they had it at Marshalls. That's it.
But I did
That's when they
wear
were probably out of
Rockaway.
stock.
And certain shit, it's like Tommy Hilfiger, for example. Even though a lot of people in the hood wore Tommy Hilfiger, it was never a
I still
hood
fuck with that.
brand. It was it was never a hood brand. Like nah,
Nah.
it's just a lot of people in the hood is buying it, and it was the same with Nautica. I had a lot of Nautica when I was young, but that wasn't really a hood brand. You buy that shit now, that shit is good, bro. That shit, Nautica still make good shit. You know, good quality
Yeah.
jeans, good quality shit.
I like the jacket.
Shit, I literally just bought some shit
Uh,
from them. Literally.
From my era, the one thing I'm glad I never jumped on was skinny jeans. Holy shit. Skinny jeans are fun. I'm glad we're back into the baggy era. Skinny
No,
jeans
see
are fucking hideous.
I think the misconception of the skinny jean is really that to pull off that look, you need to be built a certain way.
Yeah.
That's the misconception. You need to, because it is a look. It is a look. But that is a look for someone who is built like a Wiz Khalifa, a slim dude, slim tall dude with some height to really show off the pant. You know, like if you built like a Wiz Khalifa or Adrian Broner, Adrian Brody.
A Fundora motherfucker.
A Fundora, because that's really for them. I seen fat motherfuckers wearing, bro, you fat. It's in the
Bro,
name,
they look like sausage
bro.
cakes.
Or
Those
pause.
are skinny jeans.
Pause, dudes.
Fat.
Dudes with big booties wearing skinny jeans and sagging.
Oh,
It's the most hideous fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
I seen motherfuckers with their whole stomach hanging out, muffin top motherfuckers wearing skinny, like yo,
Motherfucker
like,
got a
bro.
body of a frog and shit.
Motherfuckers shaped like a battle toad wearing skinny jeans, bro.
He look like
Jules,
a
did
capital
you see
P
the?
and shit.
They look like Mr. Eggman from Sonic.
Bro.
Did you see the bitch who like was refused service on a Lyft because like or Uber whatever?
Yeah,
'cause she's
Yeah,
fat?
man, I
seen
posted
that
a thing on
ridiculous ass shit, man. I
He
seen
took them to court.
Hold on. Fuck, Mary, kill, Mariah Carey, Halle Berry, J Lo. Alright.
Kearney.
No, because this the shit. We got insights. Don't marry Halle Berry. You gonna end up like Eric Benet.
Definitely don't marry J-Lo.
Don't marry J Lo.
And there's a million of J-Los. There's a million J-Los.
Honestly, yeah, like I would say kill J Lo.
Jesus Christ.
Marry Mariah Carey. Fuck Halle Berry.
Jesus.
Kill J-Lo.
There you go. There you go. Cause you can't you can't marry Halle. Eric Benet married Halle and he wasn't getting no pussy. Like how the fuck you gonna marry Halle Berry and you're not getting no pussy?
Yeah, what's the point of marrying Halle Berry? Like other than fucking Halle Berry.
Do you know how
You know what I mean?
ridiculous it would be that you're married to Halle Berry, but here you are in a room in the dark somewhere else rubbing one out? Bro, you just go play in traffic, then,
Dude,
bro. Like
if
what
you
is the
marry
point?
Halle Berry, marry Halle Berry, you gotta jerk off. Like, end it.
Nah,
It's over.
if you marry Halle Berry, you better expect some Billy Bob Thornton kind of action.
Walk towards the light.
That bitch unstable anyway. Luis Mosqueda said 2000s. All I wore, Lacoste was good. Lugs
South Pole
was
is
good.
decent.
South Pole was decent too. More affordable than a lot of the other shit too. Cause Rockaway was crazy with their prices. Sean John was crazy with their prices. Iceberg, forget it. Like y'all bugging. Like I ain't paying all that for a big ass t-shirt. Y'all.
What about
bugging.
sneakers?
Dude, I go thrifting, I recently found a Sean John hood, and it has like all these king patches all over it, and the hood itself has like a inner hood with patterns on it, and then the back of the outer hood on the inside has Sean John embroidered on it.
Nah, Sean, believe like I'll give them credit. I'll give their clothing line credit. When it was around, they actually made decent looking stuff. And as far as shoes, I had a period where I just wore different colors, different colored Air Force Ones, two tones. I had a period where that was all I bought, just in different colors. And Virtuoso knows on 145th, bro, it was clothing stores up and down that motherfucker, bro. It was Player Sport, VIM. That whole shit was really clothing stores. There was literally clothing stores,
man,
selling the same shit, basically. Y'all all selling Tim for real.
You know,
59, 50s and shit. They had a Yankee store there too. I don't know if it probably isn't still there now that I think. Like, there's no way that's still there. You know, but they had a Yankee store just for the fitteds, and
It's
that
probably
was like
long
not.
gone by now, man.
Yeah, I mean, shit. This was ages ago.
And
This is at least 20 years ago.
They probably relocated to North Carolina and Virginia, just like everyone else.
Basically, that's what everybody's doing. And yeah, that was my go-to and shit. But yeah, like skinny jeans. I guess what kids don't realize or what people don't realize when they want to pull off a certain look is you need to be built a certain way. There's things that are for a bigger person. There's things that are for a slimmer person. There are things that might look better on a smaller person, a shorter person, that may not look right on somebody else. Skinny jeans was not for fat motherfuckers or big leg motherfuckers. That shit looked crazy.
I mean, if you go to the Levi's website, they will show you the models who wear those type of jeans.
Yeah.
They'll show you what it's for.
You had a lot of weird ass motherfuckers walking around uptown. You fat than a motherfucker wearing some skinny ass jeans. And the shit looking crazy, but don't tell that motherfucker that. That motherfucker in his own mind, he is killing it.
Yeah,
It
they
is
all look
over.
like they look like a half they look like a half empty toothpaste. Every time you see like a fat guy with skinny jeans.
Bro, I couldn't get over how many fat motherfuckers was wearing skinny. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. I don't know who started this trend, but it is a
you
look.
ever seen all the Dominicans uptown wearing Von Dutch?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the Von Dutch. Oh my God,
Manin,
bro.
all them apretado que son.
No, with the prods though. Remember the
Yeah.
prod? Remember when they was
Yeah.
wearing them ugly ass prod? It's like, yo, y'all motherfuckers look crazy out here.
I don't know. I don't know. if
Dominicans would wear a jean catsuit if they could. Dominicans would wear jean shoes if they could.
Oh
God
And they wear a fucking trucker hat with an animal, with a certain animal and shit.
God, I hated that Von Dutch shit because so many ugly ass bitches thought they was. Yo, remember a lot of bitches wore Von Dutch too, and
They were basically high-end campesinos, bro.
Bro,
I
you had
hated. I hated
had-
Ed Hardy, man.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
No, Hollister. When bitches started wearing, everybody started wearing Hollister. Remember Michael Kors? Everybody had that same ass trench. It's like, he come with the trench coat. He come, the fucking trench coat.
Michael Kors, a lot of the broad
But that's how it felt when Uggs came to the streets, bro. I'm like, yo, it's all this shit.
I had a friend bought that shit. First thing I said was, did you find the clues, bro? You out here, you know what I'm saying? You out here looking like a New York detective, B. Everybody had that fucking Michael. And it's shit like that drives me away. Literally, it's shit. If I see too many people getting tattoos, I don't want one. If I see too many people
You know
buying a
what?
certain thing, I don't want that.
Even though it's kind of been made of a mockery, I might fuck around and wear an 8-ball jacket.
Nah, I mean, you know, certain shit. Now I just get whatever I just get whatever catches my eye, which could be a lot of things. Like I got a black coat, right? It's not even like a brand name coat, but it's just the style. It look good with a lot of shit. It's one of them like military style jackets. It's a black coat, but at the same time, I do got a nice heavy leather that I could wear. You can't put a knife through this motherfucker. You literally can't. It's that.
Yeah,
leather.
one thing they don't talk about just back then in the 90s, you should wear fucking fatigues.
Yeah, we were, and I got 2 pairs of army fatigues over there, but I don't wear them though. Oddly enough, I literally
Yeah,
don't
my
wear them.
older brother used to wear them a lot, bro. He thought he was part of boot camp clique.
Yeah, like I'll probably wear them to walk my son to the bus. You know, like if I'm actually going to a place, I don't wear them shits. But if I'm walking my son to the bus, I wear them shits. And I have 2 of them. I have 2 of those jeans and sweats, and I barely touch them, barely. Yeah, and I just wear whatever the fuck catches my eye now. If I like a hoodie, I just buy it. But I like simple shit. I'm not an ostentatious person, to be real with you. I think certain motherfuckers try too hard. Like, maybe that fits their personality, but not mine.
As far as like sneakers go, right now I'm really into New Balance. I don't know if you're checking for New Balance at all, but everyone says I look like a cool software developer, and that makes me mad. But I find them like aesthetically pleasing. Like they look cool to me.
No, I'm like that with Chucks. Like if you talk about, I got a lot of Chucks, bro. Like no cap, I got a lot of Chucks, but they come in different styles, which is why I get them. You know, like I got a lot of them, and I even
Dude,
have
good
some
pair
that
of
are
Chucks, Mando.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I love Chucks, and then my second to Chucks is Adidas. I love Adidas.
Adidas
Speaking of
originals.
Adidas,
The Run DMCs.
I found some Stan Smiths that were like, what was it? The clear silver ones that were made out of real leather. Like as opposed, the other ones were made out of like different material, but those particular pairs were like made with real leather. So they're like the super expensive, and I'm like, because I sell stuff on eBay, right? So I'm always thrifting and getting stuff. Dude, that was a nice find because that's gonna bring me a pretty penny, man. But they're
you know
cool
what I
looking.
bought the other day off of nostalgia alone. I ain't even wore these shits yet, and I literally bought them off of nostalgia alone. These fucking feelers, they got the gum bottom.
Dude, feelers look cool too. Like feelers are back. Feelers are back in style. They look nice. Yeah, I got like 2 pairs.
I bought them, and it was off of the nostalgia. I'm like, yo, because when I was a kid, I always wanted them joints with the gum bottom, and they kind of look like the ones that were around when I was a kid. I bought them shits, man. I
Yeah,
bought them
last
shits.
year I bought a pair of Grant Hills.
Dude, yeah, they look nice. Puma has some good stuff too. I think they're better than they used to be. As far as when I was growing up, you get kind of teased for having feelers and Pumas, whereas now like they're back. Like kids are wearing them. Like, I see the kids in my school wearing them.
Let me tell you, my dude. I literally was around because that's how fucking old I am for the advent of Fila. I remember when Fila was that shit, bro. Like you had some Fila, or little bitch is gonna be on you.
The all white feelers, yeah, like those are everywhere. Everywhere now.
Spaghettis.
Yeah.
I've seen the rise and fall and the resurrection of Fila because they back. They're back. They are back.
They look dope. Reebok too. Like I want to get some pumps.
Yeah,
They
Reebok's
look really cool.
And now I do still wear Timbs.
Those are back too.
I mean, really, they never left for me. But the thing is that I don't wear ostentatious Timberlands. See, like, yeah, you go ahead. I got my constructs at all times. I always keep a pair of those. I always got a pair of those. But there are other ones that are more low key, like the chocolate Timbs, the brown ones that they're just brown. Yo, them shits is mean. Without being ostentatious, without being loud, they're mean. Like, yeah, them shits is mean. I got a black pair with a brown bottom, and them shits is mean. Without being loud, without being ostentatious. It's like other Timbs besides the constructs that you could get that they're actually really fucking nice, you know, without being extra. Because when you wear a pair of constructs, if you're not in New York, that shit draws attention, bro. Wear a pair it does, bro. Like, you from New York? No, man, I'm from Italy, bro. Everybody wear Timbs in Italy. And even the priests.
You're an alien, bro. You're from Uranus.
From my
They're just wearing Tim's draws, and then like the priest gown.
Yeah, they naked under that shit. Yeah, I know.
just Tim's, no socks and draws.
Bro, you remember when white tees would go all the way down to your ankles?
That's when they was trying to look like. That's when you talking about when Cash Money popped off. You had
Soldier Boy.
Yo, you had dudes on the East Coast. Remember Jabot? Virtuoso, you remember Jabot?
Yeah.
That shit got popular when Cash Money popped off, and these oversized. I had one pair. I was like, yeah, these shits is traga,
yeah,
bro.
Man.
Trash.
But now it's like we're still like they're out here sitting city labs, but like they're like normal size. Like you would wear under a fucking dress shirt.
Yeah, because I think people are starting to realize like that. You know, times change, I guess, but I think that what I notice now, or at least what most people seem to understand now, is it's not the clothes, brother. It's you. It's not the clothes. If you in shape, everything's gonna look good. All of it. If you in shape.
Yep.
Fact. I learned that the hard way this past year.
You know, and you ain't gotta be super duper swole. Nah, you don't. But get your shoulders popping. That's all. Get your shoulders popping. Get your chest popping. You be alright. Be aight.
The more
Get rid of
push-ups.
that. Get rid of that fucking tire around your gut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll look great
No,
in
because
clothes.
the other shit is fat boys got a place. Fat boys got to like bitches love fat boys, bro. They do. They love their teddy bear type dudes. So
Yeah.
it's shit for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I think in the past, perhaps people felt that what you no, and you know what, it was that way. There was a lot more emphasis placed on what brands you're wearing. Like literally, school was kids. You know what's this shit? What's that? Like checking on each other's brands and shit, checking how they fit. Whereas now I think people understand a little better than they did before. That bro, it's not what you're wearing. You could be wearing a white fucking t-shirt.
It's about style now.
It's about
like
style.
I see it all the time. Like the kids don't really rag on each other for wearing like Puma and Fila. Like as long as you make it look fly, like that's what they care about.
Yeah,
but
like
I think it's generational that people make like mistakes. Like they would sacrifice comfort for aesthetics.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like, bro, Jules, your era is probably the best dress. Like, I think we're all going back to like 90s, like, you know what I mean? 80s, 90s style.
I just think it was an era that had a lot of character in the way that we dressed. It had a lot of character, you know. It had it stood out, but there was silliness too. Like you had guys wear the t-shirt come down to here, bro. It come down to the fort. Like what the fuck?
That's back.
You doing, bro?
That's back.
That's
bro,
back?
my students wear that. My students wear that.
Wow.
They wear that type of shit with like baggy jeans and fucking pumps.
Fuck.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like that.
Fucking windbreakers, all that.
That was the 2001. I want to say from 2001 to 2005, you had dudes fucking long ass sleeves, the shit looked like, yo, you about to go take a nap? Look like you in your pajamas, you know what I mean? That's
you wearing your
motherfuckers
dad. You're wearing your dad's clothes.
Looking like a fucking ghost.
That's back though.
Motherfuckers used to wear that goat underwear shirt, Tommy Hilfiger, Fruit of the Loom. Yeah. I'm a Hanes guy though. I'm a Hanes guy, to be real with you. I think Hanes is superior to Fruit of the Loom, to be honest. Hanes makes good all good shit. Tommy is like, yeah, if you feel like paying a little extra, you get some Tommy.
If I don't have my antelope loincloth, I bare ball. I free ball.
Free ball.
This motherfucker talk about antelope.
Yeah, there's no like you think Hanes are good. Wait till you have an antelope loincloth. You know what I mean?
I'm good, bro. I ain't gonna.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Free balling.
Dude, Julio's is free balling wearing cargos.
Shit is crazy. Motherfuckers is free. I did that shit for a week when I was young, and I forgot why. I don't know why the fuck I kept doing that.
Wow.
I don't know why I kept doing.
You forgot to put your. What was happening in the 90s? You forgot to put your drawers on for a whole week.
My dude, I swear to God, on God, there was a week where I did that, and I can't remember why I did that shit.
Did you lose a bet?
You're not gonna be too proud when you're gonna do laundry, bro. When you put that shit over.
Dude, if you don't wipe thoroughly, that pair of Levi's is done for.
Motherfucker was really outside, dick moving around and all that shit.
Wow, just ass dick and balls right on the jeans. You're a madman for a whole week.
No, listen, and don't run doing that shit. I don't know if you actually don't run.
Don't sit on those steps,
hey,
especially when it's hot outside.
You get rug burn on your ball bag. You get chased. You got chased by a dog, and now you have rug burn on your ball bag.
I feel like somebody in there working a speed bag. It's going crazy.
Hey, does anybody here wear Crocs?
My kid does.
I wouldn't be
Dude,
caught dead.
Crocs are
but
Crocs are everywhere. They're so popular now.
people swear they're comfortable as hell. I wouldn't be caught dead in them things. They look goofy.
No, my kid swears by her. She begged me to
Bro,
buy her them shits, and I
country, go get a pair of Crocs immediately. They are literally everything they say.
Really?
Yeah, those are the choosy.
Yes,
What
they
about
are
those
so
boots?
fucking comfortable. They're so
They got like
fucking
fucking holes in
Nurse
it and
shoes
shit.
to me, man. For real.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, just get a pair and just walk around your house in them. They feel amazing.
Real. Motherfucker gonna have to tranquilize me and tape them shits to my foot. I'm not doing it.
I know, man.
Brody, have you seen them Yeezys?
I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like
helping my
fucking,
reputation there.
You ever
Have
seen
you
the
seen the-
Yeezys that look like dried up sperm that wrap
Not
around?
only dried up sperm, but it looks like an imitation of a fossil, right? And I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
yo, that looks like a fucking hipster crop.
It looks like someone chewed up a piece of gum and spit it out, and then made a shoe out of it.
A lot of that Yeezy, like I ain't gonna lie though, I'm not gonna lie. The first couple of generations of Yeezys were actually them shits was tough. The first couple of generations, them shits was tough. But after a while, the shit just as Kanye became weirder and weirder, so did the Yeezys. Like
as he lost his mind, as he
Yeah,
slowly
they
lost
had
his
to let him
fucking
go.
mind.
But like, yo, Anthony Edwards, right? The shooting guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He had a shoe line, and it kind of resembled that. It looks kind of cool though.
You talking about Anthony Edwards from Blackish?
No. Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's a shooting guard from the NBA.
Well, Anderson.
No, because he got a shoe line. He won. They kind of look
dude
like.
From Blackish got a shoe line.
I don't even watch Blackish that much, to be honest with you. I don't even fuck with that shit.
Yeah,
Giving everybody a shoe line.
I had scored what I thought were some original Yeezys, and it turns out they were fucking counterfeit. Luckily, I was able to get my money back and shit. But man, I was pissed.
There was a spot on 181st. This was for a limited time. I remember they had imitation shoes and shit like that. And unless you had the real ones, you really couldn't tell because the imperfections were very slight. But for that 2 weeks that dude was out there, they was swarming that motherfucker, bro. I remember that.
And you were one of them.
No. If you're
Dude, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not above fake. I'll wear some fake shoes, some fake jewelry, have that shit sounded like forks and spoons clinging together.
Yeah, he was only out there for 2 weeks. Like, and what I heard, because I don't know, because I haven't been back there since I left. That they cleaned up. They cleaned up all the vendors. I know Virtuoso, you gonna remember on 181st when you would first come out the one train, there would be a lot of vendors. There would be street vendors. I heard they cleaned all that shit up, and ain't nobody out there no more.
Yeah, because there's security cameras there, like on the intersection. And
wow,
I don't know if they're still doing that in Canal Street, because that's usually the central.
Yeah, I don't think they go. I don't think they would fuck with Canal. I don't think they would fuck with Canal.
I can't complain about fake clothes when I fire stick the PVC fights, Yeah.
We all faking our own way.
Look,
bro.
Man, if you wear US Polo,
fake jewelry,
then you're allowed to steal a fight.
Nah, I will say that there was a period where I spent a substantial amount of jewelry before I started feeling stupid. I used to spend because there was a period.
Real jewelry?
Yeah, real jewelry. I had a Zales card, bro. I had a credit card with Zales, thousands.
You had a Jesus piece?
I had $5,000 credit line.
Back in 2000, I was in New York, man, because my buddy was getting married. He lived in Long Island. I bought a nice leather jacket off of Porter Rock, who was a street vendor over there, man, in Manhattan. And that thing,
probably stitched it himself. He probably stitched it himself.
Well, no, it only ran me about $100, but man, I still got that thing. It's I don't think it's fake. I still got it.
No. If it lasted, it's not fake. Like the leather jacket I got, and it literally dawned on me this week. I shit you not. The leather jacket I got has to be about 8 years old, but you would never know it to look at it. You would never know. It looks new. And I wore it. Like I've worn it, but yeah, it's good leather, man. It's good quality leather.
I gotta get mine repaired though, because mine got caught on the metal railing and it kind of like tore it or something. But because it's soft leather, it's not hard leather,
Yeah, like one leather company, like one brand of leather jackets, like it's kind of loud, but it's like they still last for a while. Is Jeff Hamilton?
Mine is it is a biker jacket. That's why it lasted. That's why you can't put a knife through it, because the reason that I buy those jackets is I like the fit. One, I do like the fit. I love the fit, but also they last a very long time because they're designed to last. They're designed to fend off a road rash if you fall off the bike.
He's got the Wayne Industries leather jacket.
Cannot be a thing
like shit Batman wears.
With the shit look tough than a motherfucker, man. That shit look tough than a motherfucker. And yeah, like in Delancey, if you were in Manhattan and you were down there in Delancey, you could get a great leather jacket for just $100, $150.
Oh, yeah, they had one of those stores too.
Yeah.
When you go to the Lower East Side, Well, the Porter
Yeah.
Bucks is that? Yeah,
Yep.
it's the same.
Yeah, like you could get that. I remember those were good times too because they were actually good leather jackets. They were good quality leather jackets down there. You get a good deal. What else? What else? But yeah, I think that was it. You know, I think that was it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look, man, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep, man. We
A
got a
little bit
big day
further.
tomorrow.
See
We
you
got a
tomorrow.
big day tomorrow, bro. A big
Yeah.
day. You know.
Smash that
Have a
like
good
button,
night,
folks.
Jules. Have a good
Big
night,
day.
fellas.
All right.
All right, you
bro, we're out.
Democrats.
Good night.
See you later.
All right, you communists.